Howdy, everybody. Another edition, number 9. We are one away from double digits, and it's gone by pretty quickly, if I may say so myself. Welcome to another edition of Warm Ones and Plastic. Or I'm sorry, wait, no, plastic and Warm Ones. Something like that.
That works perfect.
I'm Semi Thunder, along with my co-host, Jason, Everyday Card Collector.
How we all doing?
We're doing great. We're going to be sipping on some beer, cheersing to the legendary cards and the players we admire most. And we are bringing in our buddy, Pastor Craig's Vintage Cards.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Good. How are you, sir?
All right.
Well, he's got the big gun.
I got the big gun, yeah.
Now, for those that are wondering where Matt is, that is a great question. I'd imagine that he is on his way, and he will be here at some point, but we will have to play it by ear. But that's okay. We will. The show must go on, as they say.
We are a very tight production crew here. We run on a tight schedule. 7 o'clock hits. That's it.
Andrew would like a prayer for the Ravens, Craig. If you want to issue a prayer to the Ravens of Baltimore.
Well, only for the cheeseheads, Andrew. Only for the cheeseheads. But hey, you know what? If I actually have enough of this,
that's a prayer for everybody.
Abilur Scotch whiskey, I might have a prayer to say. I'm not going to hit at this one here. This is like my real super special stuff, but I'm going to have a little dram of this, just a little bit. So
fantastic.
That is perfectly okay. I want to say that you are probably the second or third person that did like straight liquor or a mixed cocktail. I think Lou did.
It
did bourbon or something like that, or was it?
He was drinking bourbon.
Anybody wants to smell the cork? There you go.
Nice aroma.
Yeah.
It's quite the opposite nowadays as we get older in age. At least from my experience, Craig, is there are less and less beer drinkers and more that enjoy the finer liquor in life, and I can't drink it. I'm strictly a beer guy, so
no beer for me, and I drink very, very, very seldom, only in moderation, for real, only in moderation. But because this is like a special occasion, and
sure.
I thought, we've talked in the past about influencers in the hobby.
Mm-hmm.
We're the bad influencers then?
Jason, I don't know. I mean, you showed me a Ted Williams card at the National. I bought a Ted Williams card. You invited me to come on here on cardboards and cold ones, and So cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Yes. So we thought that tonight would be great to do some player collecting showcases, and I thought that would, for me, I mean, that's an obvious yes, because, that works for me. Everyone's talking about oddball cards. I said the magic word. If you say it 3 times, Mangini will show up.
Uh-huh.
Shazam.
Pastor Craig, take communion.
There you go, Chris.
Yep, so everyone's really, does Craig have any vintage basketball player collections? It's so funny you mentioned that, Andrew. We were just talking about that.
Andrew, you will get a glimpse of some basketball tonight. That's for certain.
Yeah, I got a little bit over there.
He's got some fun stuff. I'm sorry, Sammy. I cut you off. You were
talking about
player collecting.
Yeah, no, that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And of course, if certain people show up in the middle of the live stream, there are certain people that have caught this win so far, and if they show up, like Greg from Midlife Sports Cards,
start over.
We will do a full-on reset because it's always a lot of fun to do that.
Is Billy? I think Billy Ballgame, does he fall into that?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, Billy as well. If I see Billy Ballgame in the chat, I will have to stop the live stream.
Does that mean I got to pour more scotch there, Sammy?
Yeah, you like you haven't had one.
Yeah, that's true. If you finish your scotch, you got to pretend as if you
didn't at all. I got to do a reset. Jason will be scooping me up.
Now, you won't believe this, but we finally got our 4th member to come, and he's setting his camera up, but I think he's ready to go.
All right.
There he is.
Hey, guys. Sorry I'm late. How we doing?
It's all good, man.
Very good. Very, very stringent stuff here. You're fine. So for those who don't know, and I know everyone on the live here knows, Matt and Craig were my bunkmates. Thank you to Matt. for getting the house for all of us. So we all roomed together at the National. So, Sammy, I know we had an absolute blast. And
Yeah, it was great.
I know some people were commenting on the amenities. I think the amenities, the way they were, is what made it that much more fun, quite honestly. So
It really does. It really does.
yeah, I really
it adds to the stories and the it was fun.
Yeah, memorable might be the better word, Jason. I'm not sure about fun.
Right. Yeah, that'll work. Memorable would be good.
I'm still working on that recap video. One of these, I'm going to get it out before next year's National.
Have you shown your card yet?
Yeah, no. I can't remember if you guys were maybe in transit, but John and actually Pepino Man held like a live with 4 collectors that Sunday night.
Okay.
And so I showed most of those cards there. I don't even have them all handy, unfortunately. I have a few things I pulled over just to get ready.
Sure.
But exactly, John. Literally one toilet that worked. The other one you had to manually like lift the lid every time. Like might have my childhood, like we couldn't afford to fix things or whatever, right? Like it's definitely like flashbacks. Like
right. And us slender folks, tend to tear up the toilet, so it was one after another.
Especially that nearby restaurant that we tended to frequent, right?
Yeah. That bathroom didn't have a prayer. It really didn't.
I tried to hit the bathroom at like 3 o'clock in the morning when nobody was. So.
Same. Oddball's the topic du jour, I feel like, right?
What's that?
Oddball seems to be all over the internet these days.
I mean, listen, that started with Rick, and then it evolved over
Orlando,
Mangini, and Mangini took it off to a new dimension. Right. And so now he had maybe 4 or 5 responses in one night.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed. I watched all of them. I know. Let's see who all did. Hodges, I think did. Well, did a bunch of videos out there.
Concrete Buddy, I think is
Concrete Buddy. It's got a bunch of great cards, right?
Yeah, he had a really nice response. So.
I just want to answer John's question. Is there some meaning behind the ever-changing pattern of the cards in your case? Not really. I just like the way it looks. Because the thing is that my collection is so small that I needed to have some stuff. So I just decided to lessen the load in the case here. But no real patterns. Just
he's keeping it fresh.
Just me being a sociopath.
Well, I don't know who wants to kick it off, Sammy. I know we briefly mentioned let's do something with player collectors and pick these 2 gentlemen and beyond. All 3 of you are player collectors, and I am not. I am all over the map. So I'm gonna let you guys run and do what you need to do.
Well, I think the match should start because John is itching.
I can start, but I don't have that card even handy, sadly.
John's gonna leave now.
Don't leave. I'm sure it's here somewhere. I cleaned up this room yesterday, a couple days ago, and now I can't find anything. So
one thing that's really cool about player collecting, at least for me and Matt, honestly though, is we collect mainly Braves, Aaron, Spahn, Mathews, and we're pretty fortunate or unfortunate, however you want to look at it. But the Braves at that time frame, they made so many, various sets that if you're an Aaron, a Spahn, a Mathews collector, you're going to be chasing for a long time. Because they made so many different issues, and as a player collector, you find yourself getting into the oddball issues big time. I mean, and I think it's
a ton of regional stuff, right, Craig? I know Milwaukee when the Braves were there had a ton of regional stuff.
Oh yeah, they had the cookies and the spick and span, the Land O'Lakes, and just on and on. I mean, and then of course with the fact you had Aaron, Mathews, Spahn who were really good players, so they were. On all of these issues like the bazookas and so on.
There's a cookie half panel of a cookies for Spahn.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's the card. That's like I got this and realized that my Aaron was fake. One I had for a whole year and didn't realize it was.
Oh, because of the size, right, Matt?
Yeah, the size was off. I'm like, wait a minute. So now
there was a dealer at the National that had both of them. The actual, the fold out, the whole thing, which was just really, really cool. So
yeah. I finally was able to get the individual solo card for Spahn for the 55. This is actually the toughest year, even though it's the last year they made them. This is which I guess is probably why they didn't make it anymore. Or maybe it's the Preferred Products lawsuit. I know Craig did some due diligence on that and did a video maybe 6 weeks ago or whatever it's been, right after the National, I guess 4 weeks ago, probably 5 weeks ago. But
is that a fruitcake card?
Yeah, fruitcake, eccentric. I think was the word unusual.
Kook.
Yeah.
Zany. Zany crackpot.
It was
This
really
is
cool
raw.
because
I'm not sure what you call this. Is
Nutcase.
raw, right? So we got to
Like
make sure
what,
we get all the buzzwords in, right?
yeah, that's a nutcase card.
It is actually a
Yeah.
nut. It's an MMP nut card. Technically, it is a nut card. But
Oh man, see, I'm right. I'm on it, man.
yeah,
it was really neat because the Braves, the players had signed binding contracts to certain companies, and all of a sudden they were doing other cards for other companies, and that's where that preferred products they sued all the way to the Wisconsin Supreme Court, and they were going to hook Mathews, Spahn, and I think it was Mathews, Spahn, and like Bob Buell, Johnny Logan for like $10,000. Well, I mean, you're talking the 1950s.
That's big dollars.
Matthews' contract that year was like for 30,000. You're talking a third. I mean, it was a pretty big deal. It never went through though. But yeah, Mathews, Spahn, they were the two big fish, and what they were trying to get.
Wow.
So
Well, I know you guys are all specific as far as players. I personally know, and probably most people who are watching know, but why don't you guys take it off and one at a time and who you collect and what it's all about. You collect Willie Mays?
Oh man, I heard he was decent.
I heard it was. Yeah, man, he's gonna be my my money maker in the future. No, no, hires root beer issued card, and I think I like this one more than the test issue. I like the test issue more than the official one. And I don't know if I want to say that some of the test issues are numbered, but I don't know I can't remember. I looked it up a while ago, and I can't remember how this worked. But either some of them were numbered and some of them were not. But nevertheless, yeah.
Yeah, that orange
Yeah,
one's
but
nice.
do you know how they determined who was on the test issue?
I have no idea. All I know is that they had a mix of. They had Willie Mays, I think, is probably the big name, but they had some, they had some other guys on there. I know there's like a Baltimore Oriole player on there.
Isn't Bob Friend's one, I think?
Yeah. Let me take a look. I'm going to take a look right now.
Because you can get into some of the test issues a little more. Obviously, Mays is the big boy, but you can get into some of them. Like I know Mancini's got a few, obviously beyond Mays, but I've looked them up on occasion just to take a peek, maybe grab one to have it for the collection.
So Willie Mays, so Bob Friend is in it. Chico Fernandez, Jim Busby, Johnny Antonelli, Stan Lopata, Vern Law, Al Pilarczyk. Did I pronounce his name right?
No.
And and then you got Willie Mays. So it's interesting the choices that they made for some of these players. But
no, that's cool. That is interesting.
But I mean,
like Yankees on there or Dodgers, like bigger names,
right.
Yeah, I don't know what. And what's interesting is, and I know TJ brought this up on a live stream that he did. I don't know if it was with us or with the Four Collectors or where, but he mentioned the uniqueness of these cards. Like the Willie Mays has kind of like a deeper, kind of an orange tone to it, but the Bob Friend is a lighter shade.
Yeah, the low pat's like a yellow almost. Some of them are like yellowish.
Let me see. I probably should have hooked up my monitor so I can share the screen. Oh, I could probably do it. Let me see.
I think Tony has most of the set, if I recall.
He does. He has a lot of them. So, all right. So here we go. I got Willie Mays. Here's. Let's see. Maybe he doesn't have. Oh, there he is. So this one kind of goes more in line with the Mays as far as the color.
Right.
Let's go back. I'll just show one more because the PSA's website loads a little slow. So
I think it was the low pat that's yellowish. That kind of.
So there's Chico.
I won't tell SGC you're on the PSA website. Don't worry.
Yeah, I might. Stanley. Yeah,
there you go. Yeah, yellow. Good call.
It's a little bit of a lighter shade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. Hold on.
Are we starting over?
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Cardboard and Cold Ones. I am your host, Sammy Thunder, along with.
Anytime I get a chance to start over for Greg, it just has to happen. Greg, just to catch you up, we're all here now and we're ready to go.
I don't know if I should pour more of that or not.
Oh, it's early. Go ahead.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just
I
made
did-
a
I did
16-ounce
want-
White Russian, so we're good for at least an
Yeah.
hour probably.
I did want to throw out some breaking news for all of you because I know this channel and these viewers, it's pressing information. Taylor Swift is at the football game, just so y'all know. Just so y'all know.
All
I
right.
just caught a glimpse of that, so we can all breathe easy.
Good to go now.
Yeah.
Orlando followed Greg in.
Oh, start over. Okay, was it the same time or you start over again?
No, I think based on the chat, it looks like Greg got here first, Orlando right after, literally probably seconds after.
And Billy's coming in an hour, so we'll be good then.
Oh, it's
Right,
perfect.
right.
I can't wait to see him in the chat. He's a Cardboard and Cold Ones veteran now. So perfect. So yeah, we're just showing Greg, we're showing oddball cards and calling them oddball cards the entire night.
Zanies. They're zanies and kookies. All right, who's next? Someone show a player run. You guys got them. I don't have them.
I guess I'll throw something up here real quick.
Yeah.
There we go. Eddie Mathews. Yeah, my main man, Eddie Mathews.
Nice.
This is a Bill and Bob's postcard, and pretty hard to get. And I got to thank Matt for tipping me off on this. And that's another really good thing about having another Braves collector, because Matt sends me stuff, tips me off on Eddie Mathews stuff. So this is a really, really nice piece here. And being a player collector, it kind of leads you into getting like different stuff like this Sport Flicks from 1986. I mean, and when I tip it, you can see he's batting, and then you got the face there, and it's just kind of a cool piece to add, from that time. And then with Mathews being a member of the 500 Home Run Club, you end up getting a lot of pieces, with commemorating the 500 home runs and stuff like that. And I got to show this because being a player collector, and I think Matt would even agree that.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes when you're a player collector, you really look to get, the best card that you can. And so I love this 55 card. I love it. And I kind of went a little bit higher than I wanted to, but this is such a beautiful, beautiful card here.
That is beautiful.
That's a great representation.
Yeah. And, for being a player collector, I guess in a way I can justify maybe spending a little bit more than I normally would on some cards. And then you also get some really neat stuff like this.
Oh yeah.
Just kind of a Hasbro Beat the Yankees or whatever it was called from like 64, and just some cool pieces you end up picking up along the way as a player collector, and I showed Sammy this one earlier, but this is another tip off that Matt had sent to me. It's a pin from 1956, and the yellow base pass pin, and they're pretty tough to get. And I even went to PSA and I looked again. I think there's like 25 of them that have been graded on the Matthews side, and I think 4, maybe 5 higher than this one here. So
yeah, you got a really
nice. It's
nice.
just kind of a cool little piece, and I never would have bought, unless I was an Eddie Mathews collector. I mean, so, and you can just add some cool like autograph pieces to your collection. And again, if I wasn't an Eddie Mathews collector, I probably would never have these signed pieces. So I kind of like that aspect of being the player collector. You get into like those oddball things. You start going down paths you never thought you were going to go. It could hurt your wallet some, but
oh yeah,
I've heard.
I think
So Craig, you kind of answered my question just in what you were showing. You for your player run, you will collect modern non-playing day cards as part of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay. Just like the Al K line, for example. Like I've got that record, the one that you have, those Aurora Visions.
Right.
I've got one of those coming for that K line. I love the set, but I'm not going to collect the set.
Sure.
But because I'm a K line collector too, I'm going to get that for K line. So
the K line's one of the best ones too, with the red background. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, I love that. And so when you get to certain players that are like 3,000 hit guys or 300 wins or 500 home run guys, you're going to find a lot of modern day stuff commemorating that. And I mean, I guess you got to pick and choose a little bit what you're going to get, but I've just got a lot of
the rookie card for K-Line you're looking for, or not yet? I know that's what you're planning to get with the Kobe Bryant proceeds or whatever.
Yeah, right? that's the plan. I want to get that K-Line rookie card, like with the characteristics of a 4 to a 6. I don't care if it's graded a 2. But
Yeah.
if it looks like a 4, 5, or 6, I'll be happy. You know, I want one because it's got that red background, so I don't want like really any visible snow. The 54s, you know, they can be so off centered. It's so like visually bothersome for me if they're way off centered. You know what I mean? So, and I don't want any creases. I want to really get a nice, you know, nice piece. I'm going to wait until I find it. You know what I mean? And,
That sounds like a Strongsville purchase, perhaps.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I'm just going to hold on to that Kobe Bryant, that rookie, that Gem Mint 10 for now. I don't want to sell it on eBay because I don't want to pay all that percentage on it, you know, and it goes between roughly $700 and $900. And I know that I'm not going to probably find a dealer that says, hey, I'll give you 900 for it. But I would love to work out a nice trade, you know, for that K line where it helps offset that cost. Because I opened that Kobe Bryant in '97. I probably paid like $1 for the pack. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So,
Oh,
I mean,
I've done it too. I've got a few. My 10,
Yeah.
the 2 of the 10s that I have, 3 of the 10s. One of the 10s came from Matt as a gift
Mhm.
at the National. It was my Frank Thomas rookie. I'm like, I don't own 10s, so
yeah.
and then one of them I ripped from a pack in, I don't know, 98 or 2000 or something. 2003, I think, actually. But
And just real quick, Sammy may appreciate this, but I'm working a little bit on a Tom Seaver run.
ooh, yeah. Now you're speaking my language,
So,
man.
there you go. Yeah. I'm
Sure,
working
that's
on the
super.
Seaver. Working on the Seaver run, and these are kind of cool. I like these oversized cards. They're really cool.
I love the Supers. The Supers have phenomenal images. I like them better than the Giants.
What's kind of interesting than like being that player collector, you go down this road where you buy like an 86.
Wrong team.
That's the best. That's probably the best Seaver that's ever been on this channel.
Wrong
There you
team.
go.
That is a beautiful.
Everybody here. So
That is a beautiful jersey. That is gorgeous.
Mitchell's smiling somewhere.
This one here. So yeah.
Correct
So there we
team.
go. Boo! Yay! Yay.
I don't have a leg to stand on. We've got 102 losses right now,
Yeah.
so there's not much I can say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they did smoke the Orioles yesterday.
I saw that. I did see that. That was crazy.
Mark Hoyle. Oh man, you're put some soap in that mouth for saying something like that.
All right, Mr. Matt, you're up. I mean, I know you grabbed. You were running a little late. You grabbed something though, right?
Yeah, I grabbed a few things. I showed a couple errands already. I have the Spahn from that Bill and Bob postcard. So, oh, it's bad glare. Scott, if Scott's watching, I apologize. But yeah, it's just a postcard, but from like late '50s Milwaukee Braves. So I like that one, and then we'll stay with a bunch of oversized stuff. That's where I tend to like to be. So like another like inexpensive one that I know a lot of people really like is the Topps Giants. Like you can get a 9 for $100 for Spahn. I like the back, like the news clipping kind of article. That's from '64. This is one of the ones I had graded at the National. I was really pumped to get this. This is a '53 Dixie lid.
Oh, that's cool.
Those are tough to find, aren't they?
Tough to find. I got a little ice cream on here. Not quite a yin yang because it's not the Yinglings, but I actually have 2 of them. So there's 7 of these graded. I got 2 of the 7 from PSA, but
couldn't help yourself.
So this is like the Boston. There's 2 versions. The team moved to Milwaukee in the spring, right before spring training. So like there's not a whole lot of the Boston ones out there.
Oh, very cool.
So tougher issue. I know a lot of people like the Red Man. Got a few of those. I'm stupid me. You know how I am, guys. I buy. I want one of everything, right? So I buy them with and without tabs. So without tabs tend to get authentic. What I've seen, so I start just buying them as I find them. And then
where's Jake right now? Jake would love to see that minus the slab,
minus the
Right,
plastic
right.
and yeah,
Right.
tombs, right?
I thought PSA does grade some of them with the tab.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah.
Here's one with the tab.
Oh, that's
this one's
tab,
got
that's
this
tab.
one's only a 3, but it looks like the green's really nice, right? This is a 54, the Red Man. And then Topps Bucks. Has anyone shown the Topps Bucks? Yeah, I guess Seaver would have missed these. He wouldn't have seen it yet, but 62 was May. Did you have one from May? I'm sure he's gotten one of these, right?
He does, but it's not. I'm not.
Not your cup of tea.
Not my cup of tea, really. Yeah.
Speaking of not my cup of tea, real quick, I don't like people like the Burke Ross. I think that the photos are kind of washed out, but this one's got Yogi Berra on it too. So it's my only Yogi Berra card I have from 51.
Oh, you've got the dual, so I think that's
Yeah,
cool.
they came in two thing panels. Right. This is one of those examples where I bought the card, not the grade. If you look at this thing's so miscut. top to bottom or off center, whatever. Blue Rock OC cards need love too, but it got a 7. Like, there's no way this is a 7.
Right.
I have quite a few of those I bought just for the freaking registry. Don't do that, guys, at home. I know. I think Craig, you mentioned the Spickens man. This is. I think I love these more than Johnson cookies, which is hard to say out loud, but
Yeah.
there's the 53 and 55. There aren't a ton of these out there. There's like maybe 2 of these graded for 2 or 3 for Spawn total. These are fun. The double headers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Letters. Love them.
So Topps issue, but maybe a little kooky.
Nut
with the
job.
full- Yeah, nut job, whatever you want to call it. Obviously,
Zany.
Johnson Cookie still holds a place in my heart. I still love those cards. There's the 54 for the jersey number for the card number. And then more Red Man. This is 53. That one's actually a 7. Again, probably not really a 7, but this is an older slab, so got right overgraded.
It looks pretty good though.
It's pretty good. I mean, look, it looks good, but you know how it is. Like they graded today, probably like a 3.5 or something.
Orlando wants to know where you are on the registry.
I just got to 3rd place 2 days ago, Orlando. Maybe the day before, maybe yesterday, just recently. They're not in yet, but I picked up the 3rd variation of the 59 Topps, the one with the obscured birth date, because they all the brands tended to screw up his birthday a lot. So even like that Red Man I just showed, it's got 1922. Almost all the Bowman cards have 1922, but he's born in 21 actually. But in 59 Topps, they screwed up with having 21 to 31 and a 31 where they obscured the 3. So I finally got one of those in 8 the other day on eBay.
Wait, didn't you just start like really diving into Spawn less than a year ago?
That's funny. I had the card. So I bought this card off 4 Shark Corners on August 31st last year. So literally just past 1 year.
And
This
you're
is-
3rd on the registry already?
Don't try this at home, kids. This isn't for the faint of heart. Not good for the wallet. But this is a freaking 8 for Pittsburgh exhibits. Like, these are already rare to find. There's only a couple graded higher for any of the players. Obviously, by far the highest graded Spawn. But again, probably not a real 8 today. But
Is there a Satchel Paige in that as well?
there is. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Breakout Cards, Ryan has one. Ryan Nolan. These are another cheap way to get into like Spawn or anybody really, because the 60 new card scoops, or what is it? Yeah, new card scoops. Like any of your favorite players, they're gonna have. They're gonna have a really inexpensive card, right? And you don't have to get them graded. You can get a raw one for $5 or $10 for most of the big players.
The important thing is, what is your 65 Spawn graded? Because that's a beautiful card.
That's the beauty, yeah.
It is beautiful. I do have it handy, so it's funny. I actually, it's one of my lower graded. I got upgraded. I only have a 7.
I'm pretty certain you could probably just leave that at a 7. I think.
No, I need the points. So I got the Peachy at a 7 though too, which is a little tougher to find. Canadian north of the border version.
Topps did such a bad job with him on that. I feel so bad for him there.
I know. Oh, this is one of my recent pickups. Oh, I hate these baggies. Sorry. I hate the bag. I don't use bags. Some people like the plastic. I don't like the baggies. I got the Retorado, so I do have a post-play. Well, technically, he still
nice.
played that year, the minors.
Oh yeah, man. Retorado twin.
When did you get that, Matt?
I actually just opened the mail yesterday. It came a couple weeks ago, I think.
Well, that's what
So bad.
John's asking. Have you caught up on opening all of your mail?
No, I haven't. I went to Austin, I guess, day before yesterday.
Man,
So I do have mail, but
Crack open a live opening here.
Yeah,
Real
let me
live
do
opening
that.
for us.
I'm
Open
not sure what's
something.
in there. I don't. Let's see. I don't know what y'all want to see.
Well, we just had another entry. Mookie has arrived,
The
Oh,
movie.
good.
and oh, man, I wanted to do a little sound effect, but my phone is coming up with advertisements, so I can't do it.
This is for Mookie. It's Mets. There you go.
There
There
it
you
is.
go.
Mets legend Warren Spahn.
The janitor, or whatever. Was that what they called him that night in that one show? The janitor.
I called him Schneider from One Day at a Time. That was that was the ugly card. I said he looks like
Yours-
Schneider from One Day at a Time.
He looks like an ice cream man or a pharmacy technician or somebody
Right,
working in the
right.
rubber room. You know what I mean? Like he's ready to come get you.
Oh, is that the Mookie sound effect?
That is the Mookie sound effect.
Mook has graced us with his presence.
All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Plastic and Warm Ones, where we look at O-Pee-Chee Canadian cards and drink warm beer. And
Zany.
we are joined tonight by none other than Matt the Card Story, Pastor Craig, Vincent Sports Cards, and everyday card collector Jason. and we reset our live stream whenever Greg, Mookie, or Billy Ballgame show up. Gentlemen, thanks so much for joining us.
I want to be Mookie's friend, so I'll throw that up there.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
he missed it. He missed it.
Show it again.
Oh, I want to be Mookie's friend, so I'm gonna.
That is a White Sox legend right there, my friend.
Yeah.
Should have went in as a White Sox.
And for Jason, there we go.
Oh.
There.
Oh,
it
no,
is.
take that off the screen. That is blasphemy of a card. That should not even exist.
A blasphemy of a card.
I don't own any crackpot or zany cards. I think all of mine. I had a few. I showed some Jay's potato chip with Seaver in his White Sox uniform, and Sammy loved that. And I don't know if I brought it here.
I got this for Jason, just for Jason.
Yeah,
Oh.
I
It's
got
actually
it.
the highest graded. This is a stupid registry. I'm telling you, it's the worst. But
What?
the highest
What-
graded Spawn. It's a 7.
Now, how big is that slab?
It's a large slab, like the oversized slab. So
Yeah, Yeah. See, I'm debating if I wanted there. I wanted to do the mantle variation, and then the standard mantle, but that's so dang big, man.
That
It
is really
huge.
big.
yeah, that's what you want.
That's a murder slab.
Yeah,
Like if I ever crack one, I'm gonna be crying. Trust me. If you say
Oh, that
Batman
is
weeping.
so sweet.
that's cool. That
There's
is,
the 55 spick and span die cut, which I got the Aaron one here somewhere too. I don't know if I pulled that or not.
Dinner plate slab on that spot.
I know
Man.
you guys probably watch Value. Is it Value Vintage?
Yeah.
Card, Aaron?
yeah, Aaron.
Aaron, yeah, we've had him on.
Aaron's.
He's been
Oh, yeah,
on
he
the-
was just talking.
yeah,
That's
he's been-
right.
yeah.
His collection is like next level. I feel like every day I'm thinking, I'm like, he must just have piles of cards we haven't seen yet. I can't wait to see them all. But
Yes.
he showed off some of these W603s, which is like the first card for Barra and Spawn, right? So he had some really nice stuff. But I need the miniature one. He has some of the miniature ones to go. Like he had a
That's really
complete
cool.
set of the Barra, maybe, right? So
Yeah, I would tell you, we met him in Matt. We met him in Strongsville last year.
see, I missed him. I was there. I didn't know.
Yeah, and he was with his buddy Joe, and we got chatting with him. I know, Craig, you chatted with him a little bit. I think, Sammy,
Yeah,
you chatted with him briefly.
Mhm.
And we kind of motivated him to start his channel. He was thinking about it. And Joe had said, oh, you got to see Aaron's collection. And I know I met Joe there as well. Joe's got a fantastic collection as well. And we're trying to convince him to start a channel. And he's just like, nope, ain't going to happen. Aaron and I are really pushing him hard. I'm like, you need to start a channel.
You got to be careful there, Jason. You're putting new people into the foray for your Rookie of the Year status, right?
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
they can have it. they can take it. I'm the Rookie of the Year who hasn't hit 300 subs yet, man. So,
I'm below 300 as well, so that's fine.
right, so
I will say, I think I know we've had Aaron on already, but I feel like we definitely need to have like some sort of dual showcase. You know how like they used to have those dance competitions where like the last person dancing wins?
Right.
yeah,
They need to have Mark Hoyle versus Aaron, vintage and have them go, and like whoever runs out of cards first.
I don't know. Hoyle's got everything in the world. So
If it's Red Sox, he's gonna have
he
his
is,
Red
he
Sox.
is tough. Mark
To
is
make it
tough.
more interesting, and this might slow things down, is you need to show a different player each round.
Right.
So you just go through the horn, keep going through. You can't show like maybe like every 5 cards it has to be a different player, and then you can reset on a particular player.
Yeah, he's got some amazing stuff, and he's pumping out videos 3 times a week. So
I feel like Aaron's almost every day.
yeah,
He's grinding.
he pre-records, and he's got a bunch in the can, and he just lets them fly.
Yeah, I see John really pushing for that.
Yeah,
card.
there's the shot. There's John throwing the shot across the bow.
Man, John,
It's here
John
somewhere. I could probably find it, but I don't know.
well, while he's looking, I'll continue showing some Seavers.
There you
Why
go.
the hell not? It's my most actually, I'm lying. This is the most recent Seaver pickup. Let me see if I can. There we go. But you could tell, like, definitely this is a little, like, this is 1971 from the picture set, photo pack set, and it comes with the Ryan as well. One of the few Mets photo pack sets that have both players. 69 and 68 have them, and I wish I can find those. Man, those are good sets. And of course, the one other recent pickup is the top 69 Super of Tom Seaver, which I will send this for grading at the Philly show when I go on that Friday.
Yeah, that's clean, Sammy.
Yeah, man. And let's see, national pickups. The Nabisco Team Flakes. This one was a gift from Blix Cards. Ben gave me this awesome, the Globe Imports Seaver in an 8. Standard tops, 6.5. Transagram. You guys know my infatuation with that stuff. And of course, the 67 postcard, which is my prized possession. It's actually not the in terms of value, it's not the most expensive Seaver card that I have. That title reigns with the Venezuelan.
Yeah,
that
The
one
68,
is,
right? Yeah.
That's it, man.
that's like a flipping 10 in a Venezuelan.
Well, yeah, you got a 5.5.
Yeah,
You gotta multiply it by 2, and then you get
Right.
the real grade. So
Right.
this is really an 11. It's
Well, I got a 2 then.
yeah, man. It's
But I
like
just got this recently. I opened this up the other day too. I bought this. I can't remember when, but it came in the mail. But mine's got paper loss.
Is that a Venny? That's a Venny. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, it's the Vanny. I can't find all the other 68s. I have the run now. I got the Milton. You had the Milton Bradley and the Opeachy in the base, right?
no, I just have the tops and the Venny. I have yet to get an Opeachy or a Milton Bradley one.
Well, what's the difference? The Milton Bradley's only, and I learned this at Strong's though with B-Roth. It's the background color of the back.
I think
Yeah, it's a little
yeah.
bit different. I can try to find my
Yeah.
other cards really quick. I think I can find. I cannot find the national pickup, John. Sorry, I don't know where I put it.
For those who don't know what that card is, the fact that he can't find it is amazing to me.
I know.
That's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'm going to say about that. The fact that he doesn't know where it is blows my mind.
That wouldn't be your problem, would it, Jason?
No, it certainly wouldn't. It would be on my channel every day.
Yeah.
Well, it's
show
the
this
Cubs.
one.
I can't find either one of them, so I don't know where they are.
I'll show the Silks Mathewson.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I always enjoy bringing this one out and showing it off. This is the only one that's ever been graded. The 1913 Durham Duplex Razors schedule. Sadly, it was during it was 1913 where Mathewson was just really coming down from being he wasn't really as good as he used to be, but he I think he made good that year.
Sure.
As he says, will he make good this year?
Mhm.
As long as he uses Durham Duplex Razors, he will make great. That is
Like your Chesterfields up there. As long as he smokes Chesterfields, Will's going to be fine.
yeah. It's a trusted endorsement, man. If he catches himself shaving, he's gonna lose.
I feel like Mad Men every time I see those kind of those advert pieces. I like them.
Yeah.
The fact that you don't know where it is insane.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
I'm gonna show something real quick, Sammy.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Let me
Like as a
pop you
player
over.
collector, like being a big
hell
Eddie
yeah,
Matthews
man.
collector, I love, and this is a short print. These are this is one of the harder ones to get.
Yeah, Matthews.
Yeah. But after reading so much about Matthews, I kind of started collecting this guy, Don Drysdale, because Matthews and Drysdale had so many run-ins on the field. I mean, the Dodgers and the Braves were neck and neck every year, and Drysdale holds the record for most hit batters by pitch, which tells you he pitched inside all the time. And the Braves and the Dodgers, they had so many run-ins, but they had so many fights. And the thing that's cool about Drysdale is his run's not that long.
No, and they're great cards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
50. Yeah.
57, 13 years, right?
Yeah. And his cards, once you get by the rookie cards, they're not that expensive. He's got a couple his 60 high, his all-star cards a high number, so it's a little bit pricey.
You know what you need to get, Greg?
Yeah, I need about 4 more of them. But then, when you start doing player collectors, you start getting into these league leader cards too.
Yes.
Which is kind of cool. I really enjoy these. I'm a big fan of them because you get multiple, all-stars on one card, which I think is cool. And I'm not a Dodger guy, but all through the 60s, every time you saw pitching leader cards, you knew Drysdale and Koufax are going to be on the card. I mean, up until the mid 60s. But yeah, I mean, Matthews, his being a player collector of him, all of a sudden I got into Drysdale. And the thing is, they fought on the line, in between the lines, 4 or 5 times, but they're actually friends afterwards. After they retired, they saw each other a lot, and they got along pretty good.
So Tony Stank asks, why is Drysdale so undervalued? Have people forgotten how great he was? Is it Sandy's shadow?
Yeah, I think it is. I 100% think it is.
I think it is too. Yeah, I mean, Koufax is like held in such high regard.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, for people like I mean, I'm 62 years old, and I don't remember seeing Sandy Koufax pitch. I mean, you got to be really into your 70s to remember seeing Koufax pitch. You know, but we all have this image of Sandy Koufax just being, you know, the greatest thing. And Drysdale was kind of like a little bit chopped meat, but like with Drysdale, the thing is he's got so many of those like Bell brand issues. There's a ton of those Oddball cards out there, and they're kind of expensive. And
Koufax has those too. Koufax has some phenomenal.
Yeah, Koufax has them. And for me, I don't know. I think some of those Dodger cards are a thing of beauty. With the blue and white uniform and the green background, like taken outdoors. I mean, just the way they look is like they look so nice. I mean, they really do. And I'm not a doctor.
You know what you do need to get, Craig, is he's got a nice Drysdale has a beautiful Aurora Vision. Got it.
Here we go. Here we go.
Very inexpensive too.
Just build the set, Craig.
That's what will happen.
Well, here's the different. Like, you could see the comparisons between the two. And it's quite remarkable to see, you know, this Koufax threw like 1,000 innings less and had almost nearly as many strikeouts as Drysdale did.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, it's amazing. I mean, the accolades, the awards, you know, it's completely.
You look at like the career ERA; they're so similar.
Yeah,
Drysdale throwing so many more innings.
He did, and so there's that. There's a lot of just.
And they had a very anemic offensive team too. They were their bats were like they had some of the worst hitting in those early '60s. They just didn't have anybody.
Interesting to see, but I think it's probably because Koufax had that stretch and is just absolutely dominating. So it's kind of hard to. How do you live up to that?
Right.
But I don't know.
But yeah, he was a great pitcher though, and he was an intimidating guy too because he was real big and he threw sidearmed. You know, so for a right-handed batter, it looked like it was coming right for your rib cage, and a lot of times it was because he was like Bob Gibson, like same way. He was coming inside, he wasn't backing down. I mean, and that was why he had so many fights with people. So,
well, I know. Greg said that in the chat that Drysdale didn't pitch long enough. He pitched longer than Koufax, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And Koufax only pitched 10 years. I thought Koufax was.
Yeah, and he didn't pitch that long. And his prime was like short too.
Yeah, Drysdale was 13 years, right? How long was Koufax? Did it show the stats? Yeah, 11. Was it 11?
It was 11 years if you don't count the 55 season.
Okay.
Yeah, the stand-ups are nice. Like, that's why it's good you collect multiple players, Sammy. Like, I think having these different eras to pick from, across your players is really good because you can kind of get a little bit of every set, right? Because like the stand-ups one, like it's too bad the Seaver doesn't have it. It's a few years too late, right? But like I love those stand-up cards.
Yeah, man. It's come on, there you go. I'm gonna mess up the grid.
Stand-up.
There you go. Yeah.
Look at you guys. I'm the only one without a stand-up. Now I got to go buy a stand-up.
There you go.
We'll wait here for you.
I think Rocket Rick was building a set. I think he's pretty close on those too.
Don Field of Dreams has the set. He's got.
Okay.
Yeah. He sold a couple and he's buying it back. I'm not sure.
I think he sold 2 of them and he got
one of them back already, right?
Yeah.
So I did find all the 68s for the base cards. So the backs are definitely different. I'm not sure if you guys can tell. We'll try to do this. But like there's I'm gonna get them all on camera. Like this one close to me is the Benny. Really dark and bad paper.
Neil Peachy's at the end.
Milton Bradley. Yeah, the Peachy's the closest to you guys, and then Topps in the middle. But like, not too bad. I mean, look, I had to get paper left to be able to afford one of these because if you want one with all the back on, it's going to be at least $500. Not to me, it's not that important of a card like season 15. So
right. I own one Venny, I mean, I've kind of gone down that rabbit hole though, thanks to Sammy and probably Orlando and other people influencing me on Vennies. There's another channel out there that's been doing all Vennies.
Oh, Vintage Card Wonderland. I think it's.
Thank you. Yes. And
He did a great video today with his like 30 cards he wants, and then short term, mid term, and long term. Oh my goodness, that's so good.
Oh, really? I have to check that out.
Yeah.
He's got Ben at Blick's Cards. He's got I showed Matt the picture, that 68 Mathews Vinny coming my way.
Oh, you got it? You made a deal for it?
It's en route. It will be. Yeah, it's an SDC 6. I mean,
Nice.
That card looks like it doesn't look like a Venezuela, but it is. I mean, there's no.
None of my
paper
68s are a 6. I even my base card's only like a 3. So
I'm really looking forward to that. Getting that.
But I do love the Vennies. I have some. Aaron's on 14 cards. If you count the team cards, I have 12. I'm getting close.
Yep, this is the clean.
Yeah, yours is really nice. Mine's really got someone soaked mine, and that's why there's no back damage. But it's not nearly as bright blue as that. That's beautiful.
So Jason, if you're not a player collector, but if you were, if we were to influence you tonight,
I've talked about it.
Where do you think you would go? Like with the barriers?
This guy.
I guess I am a player collector because I probably have 300 Jordan cards. I didn't even.
There you go. I was going to call you out on it. I want to do it in front of everyone here. But.
Yeah, no, that's actually I didn't even think about that, to be honest with you, Matt. Yeah, but
if I was coming your way.
Well, so here's what it would be. Right off the shoot, I'd probably go Aparicio, Manusa, Mini, and Nelly Fox, and then I'd probably go Lou Brock, Bob Gibson, and Stan Musial. And I kind of doing that, believe it or not, and I kind of thought about doing this because it's inexpensive, and I don't have a player run. I probably have about 7 of his cards. Sherm Lawler. I just bought his rookie card. I bought his rookie card when I was at the Columbia show with Chris and Billy. His 50 Bowman. I think I showed it last week, but I have a ton of his cards, and he's got a Red Heart and a few others, and he'd be pretty inexpensive. I was going to possibly dip my toe with him, but that'd be the route. And then I'd probably go Ed Walsh at this point. No joke. Sammy showed it to him, but I've got the Leaf Premium and I've got the T206. The only other big one, in my opinion, which Greg ganked at the National, actually before the National, was the Cracker Jack.
Yeah.
Then the rest is kind of, not out of sight, or not out of reach, I should say. So
we need to get Ganked back out there. Ganked and Oddball. That's a good combination.
Yeah. Frank's got so many. I see Orlando saying, what about Frank? He's got so many cards. I probably have, I don't play or collect. I probably have 30 or 40 Frank Thomas cards.
I think Zach and Porter just passed 1,000 maybe last year or earlier this year. Different Frank Thomas cards.
Oh, really? Yes. There's just so many.
What about a Walter Payton run?
I don't even have his rookie card right now, so that's actually high on my wish list, and it's fairly inexpensive. I'd be looking at a 5 or a 6.
Yeah.
So 300.
Yeah, they've come down to $300 or $400 now for like a 5, right? Roughly.
Yeah.
See, I think like doing Aparicio would be a neat run because you'd be going from like 56, like all the way to 72.
Right.
So you'd really be like, you'd have all the late 50s, all the 60s, and then some of those early 70s. Like he's got an inaction card in 72.
Right, and I've got a bunch. When I say I don't player collect, I probably have 7 or 8 Aparicio cards. I've got his rookie because it's part of the 56 Hall of Fame run. So everybody, but I do a White Sox Hall of Fame run, and I'm kind of working on. So I've got the Nelly Fox rookie. The only one I don't have is the Mini. I need both Minis, and that's high on my priority list. I'll probably have those before Strongsville, both the Tops and the Bowman. I actually like the Bowman better.
Like I do like a little bit of a Del Crandall. Matt knows about him. He was a catcher for the Braves.
Yeah. Yep.
Really good player, and I remember him as a manager, so I'm kind of drawn to him a little bit, But I even Del Crandall's certainly not a Hall of Famer, but he's fun to collect.
Yeah, same
How
as
about you, Sammy? Is there any Mets players that you would like to collect other than Seaver?
Nolan Ryan in his early years is the other guy that I collect. And then I cut it off after the 71 year.
Okay.
Not really anybody on the Mets. The only extension that I've made so far is I have the Addy Joss card. I like his story, and I like how admired he was by other players. And I'm building the. I decided to build the portrait set for T206 of New York Giants. So I have the Fred Merkle over there. Poor guy had to suffer a life of embarrassment. But honestly, I blame Johnny Evers for just not just taking it and just like, all right.
The Merkle boner. The Merkle boner.
You know what? Like at the same time, Johnny Evers. I think it was a week before the Merkle boner was. They were playing the Pirates, and the same exact thing happened. And Johnny Evers complained to the umps, and the umpires did nothing. And they. I mean, he tried to shoot it up all the way to, to the commissioner, but the commissioner was like, no, I'm not doing anything about it. And so then the same thing happened with Fred Merkle, and they're like, well, the umpires can't go 0 for 2. So they're like, all right, fine,
Right.
So Johnny Evers was like, yep, I'm not letting you guys get away with this one.
Sammy, you got to come to the National early, a couple days before it, and we'll go to Merkle's and have a couple drinks.
Merkle's on there. Yeah, there's that bar, right, Jason?
Yeah, right on Clark. It's literally a block and a half away from Wrigley.
Right.
Bring the card. We'll take a picture in front of Merkle's with the card.
That's cool. Yeah.
I think there's a Cubs game that Saturday night, right? Of the National.
Is there?
Yeah.
I haven't even looked yet.
Then seeing how football season's starting up, and I gotta show my little run that I have of Bart Starr. I mean, being a cheesehead, I love Bart Starr, and I collect. I've got like his last 3 cards. I mean, this is probably my favorite card of all time, really, the 69. I love that.
The 69 set.
Love the 69, but I've got about 4 of his cards. I got some more that I'm getting close to getting, so I'm working on that.
He's got a Lake to Lake card in 61, right?
What's that?
I think he has a Lake to Lake card in 61.
He does. I've got that on my safe search list.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got that whole set for the Packers on my safe search list, and I get emails every day, but I'd love to get that.
I think Saturday, Greg, is that what you said, Matt? Saturday.
That's what I said. I know I talk fast. Probably doesn't help when I'm drinking too.
We got some time. I'll figure it out. And worst case scenario, I'll take you guys down to, I still call it Comiskey. There'll be plenty of seating. So,
easy to get into the White Sox game.
Yeah. My daughter lives about several blocks away from Wrigley Field, so it's easy for me. I'll go park by her and then just go to the game from there, and we'll figure it all out. I'll be everybody's tour guide at the National. We're going to do lots of stuff. There's a lot of places I want to take everybody to go see some cool stuff. So.
All I know is I have to go to Gibson's at least one day, one of those days.
Tell me when. There's several of them.
There's one right across the street.
Yeah, there's one across the street, and there's a couple others. There's one downtown. I just went to the one downtown 2 weeks ago with my wife. We go there quite a bit.
Good stuff. Gibson's is damn good.
Yeah, it's really good stuff.
Do they still have the Smith and Walensky downtown on the river?
Yes, they do.
That's where we had our reception in Vegas. I'm not sure if they even have that location anymore.
Yeah, it's still right on the river, right on the corner of. It's right by the bridge. It's over by House of Blues. Right by House of Blues. There's another restaurant called Miller's Pub. It's right in the Loop, and they have a whole wall dedicated to Bill Veeck. I told Scott at Reindeer Studios, I said, we got to go to Miller's Pub. You could take a picture of the Bill Veeck wall. So, he obviously part of the Sox organization for many years, so owner and whatnot. So
I'm going to show this card. This is my REA win. Posted this recently on my Instagram page. Because I thought I did, but I guess I forgot to. So, but this is I just been really buying up those postcards lately. And this one's cool because it has Ed Mackle on there, the team trainer, which is unheard of to have your trainer in the team photo. But I'd imagine this was at McGraw's insistence because McGraw he valued loyalty. And so him and Mackle have been together since Baltimore days. And I think Mackle was the personal trainer at Johns Hopkins University. I don't know how McGraw met him. I'm guessing that Mackle joined the Orioles first, and then McGraw came along, and they bonded. And so as soon as McGraw went to New York, he said, "I'm bringing you with me because you do such a great job, probably." And then the story goes is that I forget which year it was. It might have been 19 when the Giants won the pennant one year. He gave ultimately gave Mackle his pennant trophy and had Mackle's name engraved in the trophy. And
That's
that's Mackle right there. Let me see if I can go closer. But they're all wearing the Unger Baking Company hat when Mathewson is wearing it backwards, because Matty can do that. And McGraw,
maybe it was in defiance. Maybe he wasn't contracted with him, like when Michael put the American flag over the Reebok logo.
McGraw's messing up the photo by looking the other direction. But yeah,
that's awesome.
Cool. That's what I need.
Yeah, yep. It's a cool piece.
Do you have the one where he's on with Jim Thorpe, or is there one you're with?
You know what?
Is it Fatima? Yeah. The Fatima one or whatever it is.
I've heard about that. I don't have that.
Oh
one.
yeah, the Fatima team cards, like the 1911?
13 or
13? Are they 13?
14? I don't know what year it is, but yeah. Maybe it's earlier because Thorpe was on there. I can't remember what year it is, but I want to say they're on the same card together. I could be wrong. Someone in the chat will let us know.
What I was going to show this, Sammy, is
yeah.
Being a
this is gonna make
for
Andrew
Andrew.
happy.
yeah, being a
for you, man.
there you go. Being a player collector, you know, it also I enjoy like buying, you know, jerseys of guys that I'm working on a player running. Like Elvin Hayes was my favorite basketball player, probably as a kid growing up, and so I collect Elvin Hayes cards. Sammy had a nice. Remember that Elvin Hayes you had?
Oh yeah.
I
think I sold it.
You sold it, yeah. I mean, it was my bad because I didn't act on it quick enough. But I mean, I really like Elvin Hayes, and so you know, it's just really nice to get a nice autographed jersey of a Hall of Famer and a world champ, and you know, it's just kind of cool to have all that stuff.
Those bullet jerseys are those bullets are awesome, man.
Yeah, I love the bullets here. I love the color. It's a cool jersey. Yeah, I mean. So whenever I get a chance to get some Elvin Hayes stuff, I usually make a move on that too. So
thanks, John.
Yeah, John's mentioning that the 1913 Fatima New York Giants had Thorpe on there.
Okay.
Greg, crazy man.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
I can show my player run. These are cards that I've never shown on my channel or anywhere else because I don't know what they are. My mom bought these for me when I was a kid. So they're like Michael Jordan cards encased with gold. They're called Pro Sports Limited, and I've never seen these in my life online or anywhere else. You can see that all of the NBA logos and whatnot are taken off the jersey, and they're just really cool cards. So I guess back to Matt's point that I do player collect. I have so many of his cards that I haven't even shown, but nothing real big, Matt. All of my Jordan, like you get into the 90s with some of those inserts, they get really expensive. And unfortunately, when I was collecting back then, I didn't have the wherewithal to know to get, to look for the inserts, the Beam Teams and the Dunkin' Donuts and all the real expensive, the precious metal gems. I don't have any of that stuff. So.
But you got the All-Star card graded back, I saw recently.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was pumped about that. I love this card. Absolutely love this card. 88, 89 was probably his best year of his career. This is the dunk contest at the original stadium, and I just think it's a beautiful card. And I love, 7, I don't care, whatever. And then I'll show this one off, which has nothing to do with Michael Jordan, but I'm so happy to have it. There it is. There's my T206 Ed Walsh in it, too.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's a cool card.
Yeah, I was really, really excited. So yeah, I don't play or collect, but I do, I guess. So never thought of it, so.
This is one card here, Jace. I'm going to be sending in to get to graded here. And,
yeah, see that? Is that an insert?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a Fleer Ultra.
Okay.
And, these were like insert cards. This is pretty sharp too. So somebody recommended me to get that sent in.
And I'll tell you this, the cards that when I start to go into that, I don't consider that vintage. I consider that, more modern. Right. I go to PSA with that stuff.
Right. And
I love the Tall Boys.
Love the Big O. He was probably the first guy that I really got into in basketball with the Bucks.
Sure.
And, so I've got these set in the stack to go into to get graded as well. So, but just really nice cards. and some nasty holders though. So
There's a Jordan insert. So
is
that's
that the
just
Nips?
yeah, one that I had graded. That I think it graded an 8, if I'm not mistaken. But
Is it
good
like a
looking
nuts
card.
and bolts one or?
Yeah, so this is the silver spotlight. This is 95 flare metal.
Okay, yeah.
There's like a copper or what they call a bronze, a silver, and a gold. I don't have the gold. This is just the silver.
Okay, yeah, I've got a couple of them.
Absolutely love them. And then this is the one. This much like you had, Greg. This is the one I pull out of the pack for probably $4.
Oh, sorry, I need to switch you.
Right.
No, that's all right. And it got a 10, and that's Michael and Kobe, Kobe's rookie year. So,
Cool.
so that's my big one that I contemplated selling and just couldn't pull the trigger on it, and never will now at this point.
So I'm going to show I haven't shown these before. These are from the consignment, but I haven't really done much with them yet. These are more modern, but these are some like a bunch of Kobe Bryant cards. You guys, since we're talking about, like, here's his Fleer Metal Ultra. And so,
what are you planning on doing with it, Sammy?
Right now it's kind of just it's sitting safely in a box. Are
you thinking of grading it or selling it ungraded?
Yeah, probably.
That's the second year tops right there.
Here's a Star Quest Kobe.
Yeah.
I've got a couple Jordan Star
So
Quests.
I honestly, I haven't done much of these because I just don't really know too much about them. Like here's
Flair.
Yeah, the Fleer, and then here's, I don't know, like a Soaring Stars one. There's just so many of these different cards. I just don't really know too much about them. So
I would tell you, Sammy, that the first one you showed, if it's in good shape, I would grade it. That's a higher dollar insert for Kobe.
Which one was that? That was the Fleer Metal Ultra.
Yeah.
It's in it's an okay shape. I mean, it's touched up on the corners a little bit, but.
And then if you're going to sell it raw, just hit me up because I'll be the first one to dive on that. So.
Here's some cool football cards from the consignment. The McDonald's cards.
Yeah.
I got Ken Stabler. I got like 5 or let's see how many. 6 Ken Stablers, and then I got a Terry Bradshaw.
Heck yeah.
With that weird face mask.
And then I just pulled this one out from.
Yes.
Nice looking Billy Pierce.
I just bought his rookie card in Columbia with Chris and Billy. I bought his 51 Bowman.
Yeah, man.
Great card. That'd be another guy I'd do a run on. I'd do a player run on Billy Pierce.
Would you? I was going to show these real quick, Sammy. These are the Kobe Bryant rookie cards.
Yeah.
That I pulled from packs in '97, sent to PSA.
One's a Gem Mint 10.
Yeah, one's a Gem Mint 10. The other one's a 9. And I'm keeping the 9 for myself, but I'm going to hope to move that 10 for the Al Kaline rookie card. So, and it's just kind of an amazing story because I pulled these in '97. They've survived U-Haul moves, 3 kids, 3 grandkids, multiple cats, multiple dogs. All the stuff that happens in a family life. I mean, for the last 20 some years. And I was like blown away when it got a 10. I just was shocked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They go from like, I see them on eBay. The bids are usually like between $750 and $950. I mean, and that's usually on auction. So I was really happy with that. That just made my day. So
got the Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
I've got a bunch of his rookies. I love Iverson. I absolutely love him. And here we go on the basketball trail again. Andrew's going to be thrilled.
Well, part of me is showing it just so I can get some insight from the chat as well as you guys, because I don't. Honestly, that's part of the reason why I'm showing it.
I truly believe my personal opinion is Kobe Bryant is so ridiculously underrated, particularly because he passed away at such a young age. And I personally, I rank him in probably the top 5 to 7 players of all time. So I just think he's so undervalued.
Yeah.
I have that rookie card that Craig has. Mine's ungraded. It's off center, but I'll send it in at some point in time. It'll probably get an 8. And I'd be fine.
I got a couple more. Like I need to do. These were pack pulled also, and I've got a stack of stuff to send off. I mean.
Yeah. So the one in your right hand, I have the Jordan. That's the same set. That one there, I have the Jordan.
So I've just got a whole bunch of stuff to send off. I got like these stickers from the Collector's Choice
Yeah,
of Jordan.
Those are great.
Yeah.
Those are great.
Yeah, I mean, just some oddball
fair-
stuff. Yeah,
Those are fairly inexpensive too. You could find.
they
I
are.
think I have one or two of those. They're like maybe $10 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I don't follow football. Like I know some of the bigger names in for like old football, but you guys tell me if any of these cards are any. I really don't know. So I got as Alan Page.
He's phenomenal. He was a phenomenal player.
Hall of Famer. Purple people.
Absolute Hall of,
I just don't follow football nearly as much. Dan Abramowitz.
Danny Abramowitz. Yeah, he's
Saints,
a mid tier. Alan Page is phenomenal.
What number is that, Sammy? That's 72. Dick Shiner. What number is that? 72. Low or high?
213.
Okay, because the high numbers get really, really, really expensive. But those are like up in the 300s. Yeah, that guy's got the classic football, but the classic name.
That's 69 too, right? I love that.
Yeah. Here we got Ken
Len Dawson. Yeah, phenomenal. Hall of Famer, right? I think he's a Hall of Famer for the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah.
Kansas City.
And then the last one I found so far is Joe Cap.
I would say Dawson and Alan Page are your two big ones in there.
Cool. All right. I have to look these up. These are all from
Len Dawson. It would be worth selling for all. You could put it in a box for, probably $5 or $10.
It blows my mind how undervalued vintage football is. I mean, I know Greg has done the topic, but there's a lot of truth to that. My gosh, what you can get, and even some of the vintage basketball. We've had the conversation on this show several times. Vintage basketball, you can really find some great cards.
Yeah, I want that Maravich rookie still.
Which one?
Yeah,
the Maravich rookie. I still want to get one of those one day.
Yeah,
Pete Maravich. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a classic card.
Last
right?
night I missed out on a John Brody rookie card, 1962, sold on Probsty for $21.
Right.
$21 for a John Brody rookie card, 62, and a PSA 6.
My buddy just showed me I can't see it. Is that Campbell?
Yeah.
His rookie card,
Campbell. Absolute beast. Beast. Watch some highlights of him. Yeah, all of them. Every one of those cards is phenomenal. Keep all of them.
Obviously, Bo Jackson's rookie.
Yeah.
Bo Jackson.
Earl Gross.
Another 69, yeah. Same color as the Gale Sayers, the pink.
Yep, John Unitas. Got a Dick Butkus.
Yeah, that's the game. That's the game piece.
Art Monk.
We used to call him Fart. We used to call him Fart Skunk when I was a little kid. We used to call Art Monk Fart Skunk.
Where'd you come across some cards at, Sammy? Just
this is all from the consignment. I've just been I haven't brought these out yet I haven't brought them out yet for shows. Because it's so much stuff.
Okay, I might be interested in picking up some of those raw cards from you.
Yeah, definitely. We can definitely talk about it.
Timmy's already got an inventory for me. I think he's 2 or 3 cards deep on what I'm buying off of him already.
Yeah, you're building up an invoice with me.
Right. I think I got the JoJo White. There's an Ed
that's
Walsh,
safely stowed away for you, man.
Ed Walsh and something else. Oh, Chet Walker, tall boy. Once again, we stayed right on the rails of player runs and just veered off and showed football and basketball. And
Andrew's here. We got to.
Yeah.
I had to. Andrew needs his basketball fix. I needed some insight on football cards because I don't know diddly squat about vintage football. I stay away from that stuff.
The one big vintage football that I want to get is the sports the Red Grange. Yeah. I am right now, Orlando. I'm buying on layaway.
Andrew, it's either basketball or wrestling, man. We did basketball. You can't get greedy now.
I don't have any wrestling. Do you guys have any wrestling cards?
No. I don't have any wrestling cards.
Me either.
There was a guy at the East Coast National. I think he had an Andre the Giant rookie card. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like to look at the old ones, like the mid '80s, like the Hulk Hogan and the All Stars, whatever it was.
Yeah, Iron Sheik and like Nikolai Volkov and
man, Mangini.
I remember going to
Yeah, go ahead.
I remember going to the card store in the 80s and like, I was buying baseball cards in the mid 80s and my kids were like little, they were like 4 and 3 and they wanted cards. So I would buy them those wrestling cards now because they like to watch wrestling, but
Sure.
I'm sure they got tore up in a matter of like 2 days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I watched wrestling in the 90s when arguably was one of the more interesting times for wrestling. Yeah,
Like
you
Steve
had
Austin, Cold Stone, and all that.
Yeah, the Monday Night
The Rock.
Wars. You had ECW, you had WCW, you had WWE or WWF at the time. And, it's interesting now, the dynamics of it. But, man, the 90s were a hell of a time if you were a wrestling fan.
I think
Is
we all
anybody
were
into
when we
the,
were kids.
Is anybody into the press steals at all? As far as
Oh,
for
yeah.
their, did you get into these, Matt? For the your
I
player
picked up
runs?
the Spawn from the basement collection last year, whatever it was.
Okay, because I have like
I
the
have-
K-line. I do have the Spawn.
Yeah, that's the one I have. Yep.
Okay, and I do have a couple of Eddie Mathews different ones. I always like these. I think I have a bid in on a John Drysdale right now too.
I've got the Duke Schneider that I got as a gift.
Okay. A Duke Schneider.
Yeah.
Duke Schneider.
Do you have any of those, Sammy, at all? Do you?
No, not me. I was actually helping Jake buy a crap ton of those at the National.
Mhm.
He bought a whole bunch of them. I don't know if he's
That's
in the
awesome.
set, but
That is cool. That is
Yeah,
cool.
this is
That's
one
pretty
of my
sweet.
favorite pieces here, and I have a Robin Roberts too that I got from Jake. I bought from Jake. So
Orlando has 1888 wrestling cards when they were wrestling alligators.
like Joe
I don't
Dirt,
know.
Well, isn't that part of the Goodwin Champion? So,
It is. Yeah.
technically Orlando has everything: billiards, rowing. That
Walkers, just people that walk. or whatever.
right. That covered everything.
I'm going to show some hot dog cards.
Oh
there
yeah.
you go.
This was my pre-national pickup, and I thought that was going to be it. I was going to be broke, and I wasn't going to buy anything at the National because this one came along. Thanks to B. Roth.
Yeah.
And it has some good Kurt's hot dog juice on it.
Kurt's card juice.
Yeah, man. And listen, I know it's hot dog, so we need to wash it down with something. So I brought some Coca-Cola too.
There you go.
That's it. That's the guy.
And then you need some dessert, right? You need some dessert. So what better dessert than bubble gum with a bazooka?
There you go.
That's quite the player run right there, just in those 3 cards alone.
It's a lot of fun.
Plus the test.
This is one of my
test.
one of my favorite pieces for the Eddie Mathews collection. The signed bat with 512 home runs, and it's a really cool bat. Eddie Mathews, he signed so much stuff because they made probably more money signing after they retired than they ever made working. Him and Mickey Mantle, they hit the circuit rounds. And I have this this one little stub here for Eddie Mathews for signing July of 1990. The ticket was $10 to get his autograph. But
Wow.
there's just so many neat things you can find as a player collector. Just oddball stuff. I think we've said it 3 times. I don't know if John showed up yet or not. So.
I haven't seen him yet. I think he's waiting for the algorithm to hit his home screen.
Yeah.
He's watching football.
That's true. That's true too.
I got a nice Matthews signed ball, 512 home runs.
Nice.
I have his Hall of Fame 78 one somewhere around here, but just a lot of neat stuff.
That's awesome. Matt, you haven't dazzled us with the Aaron run. We saw the Spawn.
And
I got a few things here.
Jason, you were talking about like newer stuff. Like here's this 70-year thing for Matthews. I got one for K-line coming. These cost me like $2.
Right. I remember that those were when those came out, those were you could either get an autograph or that insert. And that all started the way in the pack because you knew if it was an insert rather than an autograph. So
I have the K-line one on order. I think I paid like $1.12 for it.
Mm-hmm.
85-cent shipping. It was like $2.30. So
right,
you can't go wrong with that.
All right, Matt, dazzle us.
All right, we'll go through a few cards.
Here we go, Matt.
Here's a Swift Meets
Oh yeah,
Dexter
Those are
card, I
cool,
call
man.
it.
Those
I
are
like
hard
that.
to find.
Those are really challenging to find.
Yeah.
There's actually one of these, the same grade on eBay tonight. I'm not sure if I'm Indian or not, in a 5. I saw it out there. I had my bazooka pulled out. I think Sammy showed. I can't find the yellow one. I got it at the National, the yellow one too, but this is the white letter one. I gave it on my National pile somewhere here. I don't know
I
where.
didn't realize there was a variation on that one.
Yeah, there's a white letter and he has a yellow letter one, so I had to get both. I didn't have to.
Why did he have both? I mean, I know he had the 58 Tops had the same thing, but
Right.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's why they did that or not, because obviously Topps made bazooka, right? So I don't know if that's why they did it, just as like an homage to that, or what
they're
happened. But I don't have a background story on that one. Sam, I know I had sent you a Willie Mays one of these, but it was the O-Pee-Chee one. This is the Topps
Yeah.
tattoo.
that's pretty sweet.
That's cool.
That's what they like. They get opened up. They use like the packages. So the package is like the item itself.
That is
So
very
when they open
cool.
them, a lot of them get a 1 because it kind of tears right there. I don't know. It's a more recent grade. It's a little tougher on the grading. Here's one of the cons cards. The 65, not as vibrant as some other cons wieners cards. Bazookas, panels.
Oh,
Is that Aparicio?
You got no milk. Oh yeah, Aparicio. My bad.
Very cool.
I love those panels.
You want to crack it and send cut the Aparicio and send it
Cut
over
the
to Jason?
Aparicio off for me, would you, Matt?
Let me send that your way. And then I got this one's got Killebrew on it. So I'm stupid. I'm looking for like the actual card. Sorry, over here. I'm trying to buy the card, the panel, and the box, which is a fool's errand. I realize, right? Don't do that at home again either.
So now you're third on the PSA registry for Spahn. What are you ranked on the Aaron?
I'm 12th. So Aaron. A lot of my cards are still in CSG slabs. So I have out of like the 437 cards, I have 317. I think I need 120, something like that, 115, 120. But only like 170 are graded in PSA.
Will you crack them at some point, or what do you think you'll do?
Yeah, I need to figure out what to do. I tried to cross the one Aaron rookie at the National to no success. I can't find that right now either. But this is the 69 Topps panel. Look how huge this thing is. The mazes on this one. This is actually a 6, which is kind of crazy. It's one of the higher grade ones. That was one of the ones where like people don't really like what is it, PWCC, so I was able to get a pretty good deal on that one. Here's like one of the boxes, the 71 box for bazooka.
Those are tough too.
So I got 3 of the boxes. I got the 66 at the National. Hey, there we go. Fruitcake cards. John's
There he
here.
is.
He's
Zany.
here.
Yep.
We've said it enough.
Crap.
Oddball.
I think I showed the double header. Is this double header? Yeah,
Yeah.
double header for Spawner. This is the Aaron double header. I'm clubbies with Dan on that one. He also has a 2. This is it gets top, so I'm not sure if it's oddball, but the stickers.
Oh yeah.
So there's a full size one. Then I have the this will get John triggered. I have the raw of the one where he's on there with 2 other players.
You have the raw oddball card of that as well?
Yeah, that's really the kicker. That's the trifecta.
I thought it was during the junk wax era.
Another one that's not really a card, so this is definitely kooky or whatever the word is. Dayton Daily News from 1970. They literally cut it out of the newspaper, but they're meant to kind of be like card lookalikes, if you will.
Oh,
So
wow.
You guys showing those fruitcake cards?
yeah, Mays went 1 for 4 that day against the Reds. So
That's
I have
cool.
the box toward the back. This one's an interesting one. I think there's many of these on the registry. I know John hates that too. It's a 74 postcard. Bob Pardos had a couple different postcards that year for. This is his 16th Grand Slam on June 4th, 74, home run 723.
Jeez, this is a rabbit hole. My gosh. I didn't
Yeah,
even know
This is the big one though. This is the one everyone.
There it
This
is.
is my, I guess, piece de resistance, I guess, right, for Aaron is the home run derby. But again, PWCC special, right?
That is phenomenal.
Yeah, John's talking about the yellow one. I can't find that yellow letter. I don't know where I put it.
I don't know where you put it, are you?
I almost want to spill the beans on his big national pickup that he can't find.
I know.
It's so amazing to me.
So this is a modern one that actually is pretty nice looking. It's oversized, which gets my motor running, but it's the home run he hit off Larson in the World Series. So you got Yogi Berra back there as well. Sorry, pointing the wrong way. But it's like it's like the wide vision is what they call this subset from Stadium Club, which they make beautiful cards, right? So that's 2020, but it's a nice oversized modern card. So I do collect a little bit of everything for Aaron. I've tried to resist Spawn, but I've had some stuff given to me, so I haven't turned it away.
What will it take for me to buy the 59 Bazooka Aaron from you? Whatever money it costs, I'll pay it.
Yeah, he told me he oh, actually, here's another cons card. Maybe I have some stuff I didn't realize was in here. So this is a cons card for Aaron. One of the more colorful ones. 69 small wiener variety. I don't have any of the large wiener ones. I don't know what's going on there. All right. You said the supers. So this is the 70 super.
Yeah.
But I love the back on these. We all really like I don't like the 70 top set, but I love the yellow and blue backs. I've always liked that back. And then here's the proof. It's like supposedly a proof.
Oh yeah, those are tough, man. Those are tough.
Got that one. There's the Bucks. I know you said you didn't really like those scenes, but this is the Bucks for Aaron. Again, kind of like Rick's last year. I guess 76. But the Laughlin. I know you like the Laughlin, Sammy.
Hell yeah, man.
Yep.
There it is.
Not the Laughlin like you have. I want one of those for Aaron, but I doubt anyone's gonna be looking to sell those. This is even a later card. Sir Thomas Stars.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
77. And then that's one of the scratch offs. I have there's 2 years. It looks almost exactly the same. I can have a hard time telling them apart. So who knows if PSA even did this right? Could be the wrong year for all I know. And then more of those Bob Bertozzi postcards. I really like postcards too, Sammy. I know you do as well. So
yeah,
78. Again, these are like ones where there's only a couple graded, so I grabbed these even though it's not in the registry just to have them because that's like the photos.
God, the registry is the devil, isn't it?
It is the devil. It is the devil. Here's the 71 Super. I don't have the 69 Super. It's one of the ones on my list. That 68 Bazooka. Yeah, don't do the registry, kids. It's not good. But I didn't get a lot of Aaron out. I only got like one stack of Aaron cards. So.
Do you have the Dexter Press one also, the 67 postcard?
I do somewhere. Let me see if I can find it quickly. Let me look. Don't keep going.
Here, I'm going to show this for John Mangini, and this is for Greg as well. Because Mangini requested this. Here's my pink refractor.
There you go.
Card, and it's also of Matt Manning, his rookie card. So that's for both of them. He requested a refractor, a super fractor, so I give him a pink refractor.
Nice.
That was Greg's student, right?
Yeah, that was Greg's student. So
that's cool.
There you go. I think this is the one that Greg looked at, 67.
Yeah, this is the one I have here. I love. It's
probably
one of my favorite Aaron.
That's the 68
yeah,
you got there, right?
I'm sorry, 68. Yeah. 68.
Yeah, I think I said 67. My bad. I grabbed the wrong one.
No, I love these Dexter presses. They are so nice.
Are those all part of the registry, guys? Like.
Yeah, Spick and Span, 57 Spick and Span. So that's MVP season, World Series season.
And it's considered his full run, Matt? Is that what it is?
Yeah, they call it like the Masters. Again, I know people hate PSA, the Master set.
No, I know nothing about the registry. So
like here's the 54 to 56. This is a postcard. Spick and Span. Yeah, the registry. So like they'll have one for like a basic set, which is what Chris and Mike do for their Showcase Showdown.
Right.
And then they do like a master set, which is all the playing days cards. So the basic set's like Topps and Bowman and Leaf. That's pretty much it. And then the master set will include all the playing days cards. And then like the Aaron has a super set that has post playing days cards too.
Okay.
So I'm trying to do the Aaron super set, but it's like I'd have to send way too many cards in to get graded. I know, Sammy, you like some of these sportscasters.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to find the Larry Bird and the.
I got a French one here, and Japanese one, and then there's like Italian ones, there's Finnish ones, Belgium.
Yeah, they're in different languages.
What about the Gretzky?
Come out, anyways.
Anybody have the Gretzky? That's
No.
considered no.
Yeah, the Gretzky's nice. I got this one from Mike Moynihan from the Showcase, or that was Chasing Cardboard or whatever.
The McGregor.
60.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. 67 pinup. I got some stuff. I got the Spawn stuff in the Aaron pile. That's not good. I thought I had organized it all between players.
How dare you mix them up?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mixed them up. So there's a couple more Spawn. This is one of the J Publishing ones. I like those too.
Yeah.
They're not bad.
I think I like the die cut Spawn the most, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
that
that's cool.
That one is so damn cool.
Yeah, no, yeah, I like that one. I got the Aaron somewhere too. Let me see if I can find it quickly.
Somewhere.
And that die cut had I'm guessing it had the back removed from it, essentially. Is that what happened? Originally?
No, I don't think. I think that's how they came.
Oh, really?
Oh,
The
really?
die cut, that's how it was made? I was going to say, because if it did have the back, it looks a lot better with it removed.
Here's that bazooka that Mangini was looking for.
Oh, man. Come on, man. Don't you really? You got to let it go.
And then there's the Dexter Press that that's
Yeah.
the one you're looking for, Craig. You were trying to have me pull the wrong year. And then this is my card that I bought the wrong one first from CGC created.
Oh yeah.
What a mess. There's a 55 Johnson cookie. And then these are just some discs and stuff. But when I buy it, anything on the register, I'm going to buy. Oops, camera moved. Let me see.
That's crazy. I don't follow the registry, and most of the cards I send to get graded are SGC, so I didn't realize it was that in depth. I mean, it's insane. Look at all those oversized slabs.
This is insane.
You know, all I can tell you is probably the most important thing about this collection, and I think Mangini would agree, is the grades. As long as the number's good, you're in good shape.
Yeah, the number's all that matters.
Yeah.
This is the dual-sided Mattel discs, or the instant replay records from '71. I bought these, even though these aren't on the registry anymore. They actually removed them. These have like the funkiest holder. I'm not sure if you can tell. It's like
thicker.
Well, it's like indented. There's like an indent. Like this is like a recessed or whatever the word is.
Okay.
Wow.
I
here's some
saw
oversized
a
slabs.
couple of those records at a show. I almost bought I think Tony Oliva has one that I almost
Yeah,
bought.
so there's a dual. I have the John will be triggered, but I have the raw one of the single-sided somewhere. Oops, losing cards. Another bazooka box. This is the one I got at the National and that I had graded there. I got from,
yeah.
So maybe I'll find that National card here soon. I'm working on it. We're finding some.
I'm starting to think maybe Matt, Aaron, and Mark should
Right, duel it off.
Yeah.
Here's a 61 post. This is one of the ones Scott helped me find at the Dallas card show. We found it ungraded and I had it graded at the show.
Sammy, do you know what Matt's big card was at the National?
No, I have no idea. So
No?
I'm kind of along the ride with John here.
There's a baseball magazine. 63. There aren't a ton of these graded. I think there's some that are raw, but they're ungraded, whatever the word is. Anyway, I don't want to.
It's raw.
Is it a Hank Aaron card? Is that the big card?
No.
Who's the player? Can you tell me that?
No,
A player I don't
no,
have.
we can't.
I never saw the card up
No, we
before.
cannot tell you the player.
Is
There's
it somebody
my
from the Braves?
box. This is 64. Another Killebrew one on that box.
Can you tell me the player, the team? The team.
No, it'll give it away. That's cool.
Oh, is that from the same year as the?
That's the same year. This is the Aaron with it like reaching out for a ball.
Wow.
Man. What's the set called?
55 Spigot Span die cuts.
That's
That
pretty
is
damn
awesome.
man.
They're
You know what it
awesome.
reminds me of, Sammy? The Connie Max. Billy Ballgame showed me his Christy Mathews punched out, and his was punched out, and I'm like, that's cool looking punched out.
There's the Manny's Baseball Land. There's like a store outside of New York City, outside of the Yankee Stadium.
Matt, were you the one that sent me the link to the Mathewson die cut?
No,
That was
No,
you,
not me.
Ben?
that was I sent you that. Yeah.
The 64 Wheaties panel. Aaron.
You said that was going to go for a lot of money.
Oh, it's gonna go for crazy money.
Yeah. That's what that kind of reminds me of. You could pull it up on that Mile High, or that email I sent you, I guess. I mean,
Yeah,
This one's full Hall of Famers. Got Frank Robinson, or I guess Rose didn't make it. Clemente, Killebrew, Aaron, Brooks Robinson, Reggie, Fergie.
Don't forget Rusty Staub. I saw Rusty Staub on there.
Rusty Staub on there. Yeah, sorry about that. Photo stamp from 69. I love these oversized slabs. And then I'm a degenerate, so like I bought some where they cut off the top. I don't know.
So you had to get them both. You had to get.
Gotta have them all. This is pretty cool. This actually has both Aaron and Spawn on it.
the stack that he has on the floor is like unbelievable, Sam. He keeps reaching
This is
over.
the
and grabbing
55
it.
golden
Yeah.
stamps, complete sheet.
Wow.
So you got Spawn up here. And then Aaron's down here. And then on the second one, I have the other page too because it's got the team card that's in the registry, right? So I've been trying to get these out of the registry. They haven't approved it yet, so we'll see.
How long have you been collecting these cards for?
Aaron, I started in April 2022, but not really. And then Spahn ended last August, like the 31st. I ordered that first
So
card.
everything you've shown so far has been since 2022.
Yeah, mostly since August 22, actually, because I really didn't buy much from April.
Sorry, I'm flabbergasted. Man, what do you do for a living, man? I need to know. I need to know what you do for a living so that I can do the same thing.
Yeah, my job isn't fun, but I don't know. This is one of my big natural pickups. Is the Spahn Tip Top Red. I upgraded. I had a 1.5, and I upgraded to 2.5.
Do you collect anything other than Aaron?
Yeah, Warren Spahn.
Mancini's a little late for this. This is a player collector.
We'll do some Spahns. We'll do here's the blue tint.
Yeah. Aaron has
the Eureka and a nice 9. I know John likes numbers. That's a stupid grade to pay for. Don't pay for those guys. This is another good national pickup. I like this Drake's in a 7. Don't buy those either. Buy 1 or 2 and save yourself hundreds.
I love that set. I love that set. Drake's Cookies.
The Royal Desserts. Again, probably buy authentic. It's probably. And then Burke Ross. I told you I don't like that set, but I need the registry points. So John's probably cringing everywhere.
I think that's a cool card though.
51 Bowman.
That's my favorite Spahn card. I love that card.
An 8 in that as well. That's crazy.
I know. This is the tops one.
Another 8.
This one I got off of Ash at the Strongsville.
52.
A lot of wasted money here on Spahn. I would collect Cobb or Jackson or someone better. There's the Johnson cookie, the first year, 53.
Collect what you like.
I know, I'm teasing.
Oh,
so, in all seriousness, Matt, have you considered? Are there thoughts of branching out to another player?
So that is kind of how I got into Ben Franklin, right? Because I guess like 3 months ago, I guess 6 months ago, I started buying Franklin, but like I got down to really had like less than 200 cards left to go for these two guys because I kind of moved quickly. So this is only a 7, Orlando. We're okay. I got this from Don.
Call out the numbers. Keep calling out the numbers.
That's why I'm only doing it. This is stupid to buy an 8-2 probably.
Kurt did a great job on this.
Here's a low number for you, John. But it's one of the high. There's only one higher. It's a 59 Oklahoma today. This is a magazine. Mantle's on this.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is the top right corner card, so it's pretty tough to get good condition. Here's the controversial like 59 where they did multiple birth years. There's the one that's born in 21, the right birth year. And then this one, PSA screwed these up. So this one is only a 4, but I contest that the registry's all screwed up because there aren't that many that actually are born in 31. A lot of them had the obscure that they just labeled as 31. So, but that one's truly a 31, which means they've been 12 going to World War. John will love this grade. This is a Lake to Lake.
Yeah, Lake to Lake. Mm-hmm.
There aren't any higher than that. There's like 5 of that grade though.
It's probably not even worth having if it's like a 5 or a 6.
Well, like, again, if you want to be number 1 in something. It was like Theo made fun of me when I started doing this. He was like, "Why don't you just buy someone a lot cheaper? Can't you pick a player that's a lot cheaper to buy and buy 8s or 9s?" Anyway, Spawn's pretty affordable. The Mount Magicians, I like that card.
That's a nice card.
Oh, here you go, John. How about a 10?
Nice.
Mm.
But there are a few 10s. This isn't the only one. His post one's been hard to find a higher grade. But I got the perforated in like a 7, but like I'm looking for the pan cut. Cut me off anytime, Sammy. This one's a nightmare though, but there's 61 that did.
I ran out of stuff. I'm all out of stuff, so.
This one I have 3 because they did like PSA mislabeled all these. So like this is an 8, but it's like actually the one that has the black line next to this guy right here.
Oh, right.
And then this one doesn't have the black line, which they labeled properly, but it's only a 7. And this one they labeled with the black line, but there's no black line. I got to get the rest of these. I don't know. It's not
so
smart.
it is kind of a little bit ADHD then. Like you got
to
have
bit.
Everything.
Yeah, like there's a 61. So this one I'm going to try to upgrade. 7.5. Stupid, I know. This is a stamp that's probably not really a 6. Oh, John will love this. This was probably a 3 or 4. I think I showed this to maybe John 3D80's kid. I got an 8. I bought this for the grade. I truly bought the grade. That's terrible.
John's gonna love to hear that.
I truly bought the grade. ERA leaders, win leaders. 62s are tough to get 8s. I found, like the base card especially.
Yeah,
there aren't that many of those that are 8s. Got some Venezuelans. These are low grade. 1, 2.
Well, when you get to the Vennies, just being graded is a bonus.
2. And the Fleer. A little bit of everything. And then 63. And then there's 2 peel-offs. So this one, I've had a hard time finding the blank back. So for now, I have a 4 there. And then I got the instructions back, though, in the grade I needed.
So wait, you need the blank back in a higher grade?
Yeah.
What will you do? Then you just sell off what the
No, what I tend to do is give these away. You can ask Craig or Dan or.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go hang out with Matt and buy him dinner at the National. Right.
There's a 64. So I do need to upgrade this one. Like the league leaders that Craig showed earlier. It's got Koufax and Marischal, so it's kind of pricey. Yeah. And Maloney's no bum either, right? So like, I only have 6.5. Those are expensive for like the 8s,
yes,
like $400 or $500. Sadly.
Wow.
It's more than the base card. The base card's $150, $200 for an 8. I was able to get the Venezuelan at 3 for that. I was happy to get that one. I like the black back on those.
Yeah, that's cool.
The tattoos are tough. This is one of the higher grades of that. It's a 7. The 64, I like the yellow. Wheaties. And then you saw the 65. I know those are Dan's favorites.
That is a beautiful card. That and the 52 Spahn where he looks like the Scarecrow from the Wizard of Oz.
I know I don't have. So that's a funny. I don't have like the 52, 53. Here's a pin or button. Depends who you talk to. Coin. I got this. I might one of my mails. I have a 9. I got an upgrade to a 9 for one of these. I can't. Oh, is this one?
Open one up. Open one up, Matt. Let's do a live opening. Pick a random envelope and open it.
There's a Salada and a 9. This isn't advisable. Let's see what we got. This
Take it. There it is. Random openings on cardboard.
Next mail day, right?
Hope I don't bend anything. I have one card that's coming in raw, so hopefully I don't screw it up. Oh, you guys are gonna laugh at that. This is a good waste of money. Like, this is when you know you're degenerate for the registry, when you're buying this type of stuff. And it's not a high grade. But for Aaron, he got traded in the middle of the season, so he's got Milwaukee and Atlanta team cards in like 75. And then, anyway, they did these hand cut issues of these team cards in 75 and 76, which would drive me crazy because there aren't that many of them. So this is the Brewers hand cut sheet card. And then in 75, they have gray and white backs, which is complicating things.
Wow.
Hand cuts. Let me see if I can find a coin. Okay, that must not be in here. This isn't a coin. Do not bend. Handle with care.
Is that your Cobb that you haven't opened yet?
No, the Cobb I bought. The Cobb's ties, but this isn't it.
So everything you just went through, Matt, and you still haven't found the big card from the National.
I'll keep looking. Y'all move to somebody else. I've seen enough Aaron and Spahn for one night to last him a lifetime.
Bye-bye.
So there you go, Sammy. You know the big card from the National isn't Aaron or Spahn. That you did that, no.
Can you at least tell me if it's pre-war?
It's
pre-war.
It's pre-war.
So it's not part of his player collecting. It breaks away from the fold.
Correct. You'll never guess the card. I thought you saw it at the National.
Maybe I did. I don't know. My mind after the National, my mind was melted. That's
why on vacation. Your mind was so melted.
It was, and thank God I did. That was great, man. I needed that break.
I'm gonna have to do a video tomorrow and show a bunch of Bears cards because I'm going to.
I'll show a couple of Eddie Matthews cards just for the heck of it.
This is a Braves takeover.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite cards of this 55 Bowman and a 6. They're really hard to find in good shape, but the corner's not all busted up on them.
I've grown to love that set, Craig.
Yeah.
I really have.
This is probably my least favorite Eddie Mathews card.
Yeah, that
67. I just never cared for that much, but this is probably my favorite Mathews card, the 53 Bowman. Just I love the card. I like just how he's swinging, and it's an awesome picture.
pretty tough to find a bad 53 Bowman card. It really
Yeah,
is. They're all.
To find them centered is tough, and this one was really nicely centered.
Yeah.
And this again is just one of the worst airbrushing jobs ever. You know, I mean, I hate the fact they did it like that. But
So I'll correct you. I did it with Mangini when he technically it wasn't airbrushed because it wasn't invented yet back then. That was actually done by hand.
it was done by hand. Wow.
Someone was hand cutting out a mask to cover up that logo before they actually went to burn it onto a plate. That's why you get all that funky stuff from like the 60s and 50s where it's just bad, even into the 80s.
This is one of my favorite cards here. I love the 72 set.
K-line.
K-line.
It's a high number, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And it's just a really sharp card. They're hard to find them centered. They really are. I'm looking for a Seaver. I don't know, Sammy. They're hard. I've looked at so many of them to find them centered. I mean, you got to get pretty high on the grades on them. It seems like. So. And then this is a set I'm thinking about getting into a little bit more. Is the 63s.
I love the 63s.
Yeah, I really like them, and they're really hard to find with the bottom not being, you know, chipped up on that color. But I love the 63 set. And I'm finding myself thinking about building a set of them. I don't know. I mean,
there's the one that I just got back.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, that's a really nice one you got. You showed the other day.
I was thrilled with that.
With that yellow bottom, it's so hard to find them. Not, you know, if it's chipped on the bottom, it's like it jumps right out at you.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
So did we find it, Matt?
We found them. We found a bunch of stuff. All
All
right.
right. You want to? Yeah. You haven't, aside from the live on Pepinos, you've never shown this card.
No,
Really? All
I
right.
haven't done a video. I've only done someone else's live stream or whatever. That's it. This is what I got last year, right? The tie
Yeah,
guy.
that's gorgeous.
So that was that one. So what I'm doing, Sammy, is I'm doing it the first class, one card of each. I'm going in order of voting. So he technically tied with Widener for the second most votes, but I got my Ruth this year.
Oh,
That's what he got at the National. The cons. Beautiful.
I would have never guessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see
Got a
again.
little bit of ink on the back, but it's probably why I got a lower grade. But
You show the front again?
front's just a little off center, but it's really clean.
Let me give you the dedicated screen for that. Hang on.
Yeah.
All right.
That is
Blair's
Sorry,
terrible.
we're
Sorry.
gonna disappear for a second. That's from the what's this? It's cat.
29 cash and publications. This
Oh,
is
Cash,
this
I'm
is a
sorry. I called it.
this is a
cons.
quadruple print. There was like 4 sets of like 30 cards, and he was in every set, if that makes sense. Every like box of cards, whatever he was. So it's a quadruple print, but there still aren't like thousands of these like there are the Gaudis, right?
How
So
many
I wanted
how
to
many
have
are
an earlier
there?
card, and it's a lot more affordable than a Gaudi, so I like that part too. And I like black and white.
How many
Yes,
are there
you are.
total?
There's probably like 250, 300 of these. There's several hundred graded, but
He had half the house around him when he was buying it too. It was
yeah, I
like,
got a video. John did a video, and I haven't done anything with it yet, which I'm terrible. He made a video for me, and I haven't taken advantage of it. So I got a bunch more Aaron cards. So I don't know if you want to see any more. These are ungraded, raw, just cards. Tops transfer.
oh, that's crap. Then there's no slab around that. Oh,
I know. Jake
No
made
good,
it back
right?
Now I got some Wheaties without the panel.
probably fake.
I finally found my stand up. I lost this for like 7 months. I thought I submitted. I don't know what happened to it. I finally found it in a drawer.
I mean, he's lots more words.
There's
Make
like
sure you
a,
don't step on it.
There's another one of those new card scoops, 60. There's one of those. I ended up buying. I forgot I even had this. I've already bought the graded one to replace it, but this is like the ungraded one. He's in 2 years, 63 and 64.
Does that have a price tag? A price like one of those stickers on it?
Yeah,
What's the price on that one?
$60 bucks.
It said 60 on it.
Yeah,
I thought it
That's
said
actually pretty affordable. That's not crazy.
yeah. I pay a lot more for the ones that got graded. Unfortunately, here's the other 60 scoops. Here's him with his brother. A postcard.
Oh, that's cool.
Tommy. Most home runs of any family, or any brothers, I should say. This is something else. More of those fun cards. Let's see. This is the hardest disc I had to find. No, maybe it wasn't. No, there's one more that's hard. The Red Barn's pretty tough on these discs. This one and the Carousel were like two hardest to find. I need to get
How
that
many
one
packs
graded.
are there?
I think 10 or 11. I got them all now finally, but even then, like the Carousel one is like a food court in the mall. So there's like, I don't know, 50 different backs technically, right? But I'm not going to do something stupid there. Don't worry. Here's the Pro Star Promotions from Canada, I think it is.
These are
And there's that one I mentioned that I had. I knew I had it somewhere. This is the 68 sticker with the other two players.
Cool. I like them.
Maloney's on that one. Pepitone, I think it is. And then I need to get my Giants graded.
Those grade well.
Here's a 75 that's like blank back. Another one of those stamp panels. Different. Here's a 74 stamp panel. Another Laughlin for you. 74 Laughlin. And then some more of these. Yeah, I think I showed those. 3 of those different Japan, Italian. This is actually the Rick, but I was trying to find. I have this puzzle somewhere. I can't remember where I put that. Oh, there it is. Actually, let's see. Yeah, piles everywhere, guys. This is bad.
Isn't it crazy? It makes me laugh. Actually, it makes me laugh.
Here's actually the puzzle.
That's cool.
GAI graded, of course, but it's fine. I'll take it. I don't care. But those are all pretty badly miscut the way they were made.
Right.
Like mine's, I want to say it was like Mark Well that showed his, right? Like it's like really, there's like no border over here. It's like even sideways.
It's like 80-20, right? Because it's puzzle pieces.
So yeah, I got a mess. Oh my goodness.
So Matt, you're thinking about collecting then the Hall of Famers from their induction, like number 1, 2, 3 on up. Is that what you're doing?
No, literally just the first class in 36. So I need to get this year. Next year will be the Wagner, which is I was going to do a video for Darren, never got around to it. So I'm sorry, Darren. I'll get one out there eventually. It'll be late. And then after that it'll be Mathewson, and then like Johnson was 5th, right? 5th most votes.
So what Wagner would you be looking to get?
So there's a 1910, like oversized, right? The Sepia postcard. There was one in REA recently. I like that one, or I like the Sporting News one, but like can't afford that one probably, right? And then the oversized one. So
do you like the smaller stuff? And I always pound on this because I
the Colgan's Chips is really nice. I like the Colgan's Chips one, but Dan wants that one, and I don't want to be competing with my buddy, right? So that's what he's going for next year, right? So
yeah, I'm looking for that might be. I'm really interested in the Cy Young Colgans.
Yeah, they're nice, and I know like Mangini's got the tins, and I think Rick does too, right? Those are really cool.
Yeah, I would.
I want to say Keegan was on there. I think he has a tin too. He got a tin recently. I want to say.
Yeah, I saw it as a gift. I think.
Matt, did you look at that Aaron Cons that was on that Mile High auction site?
Yeah, I'm in the bidding on that one, and then the 2 bazooka panels, and there's one other. Spawn. Right. An upgrade of a Spawn. The 51 redback. There's a 9. I'm trying to go for.
I looked today. I saw the Aaron rookie card. That PSA 7 was up around 10.6.
Yeah, it'll go close to 20 with buyers per bin, probably 18 to 20.
Yeah. I mean, there was two Aaron rookies, 2 7s, but one by SGC, one by PSA, which was amazing.
Yeah. So my thing is on the registry. Like I'm going for completion with Aaron because I just can't afford to buy 7s and 8s.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make sense to spend that much money. So for Aaron, it's about getting to 97, 98% completion is my goal. Because there's some stuff I won't be able to get. There's the Dash cookie that just sold. A 1 sold for 10 grand. I'm not spending 10 grand for a 1 of anything.
Right.
Wow.
Do you know where that Christie's at, Sammy, on that price on that Mile High at all?
I'm actually on the website right now. I'm going to check where it's at. I think it went up today.
I know the Mathews rookie card. There's a SGC 7 Mathews rookie card. It's amazing for that card because they're so hard to find centered. That's getting up over like 12, I think, right now.
I'm sure, yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. There was also an SGC 7 Eddie Mathews Home Run Derby on there. That's getting up there pretty high.
What's a 1?
You see that a 5 or 6 just sold. You see that on a PSA one?
I did. Yeah.
What's a 1?
I thought about that. I'm like, that's gonna be silly.
That 7's gonna go crazy high. You don't see them hardly at all like that.
There's a few more I got to show, Sammy, just because they're obligatory to show when you got Aaron, right? So like the hires. I forgot to show that one. And I got to get the one with tabs still. I
tried. I did my best.
Oh, you did. I this is why I got cash be liquid, right? So The 60 spick and span. This is one of the ones I need. Spawn still is the 60. I cannot find one for whatever reason. And then the 54 Johnston cookies.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Kind of like his alternate rookie card. Again, I know not officially because it wasn't pack issued or whatever, but whatever the rules are.
It needs to have an RC logo on it to be a rookie card.
Exactly.
Well, Stan,
Yeah,
you said
sorry, way
you
more
said
cards
that-
than you wanted to see.
yeah,
But that's a little bit. That's a good chunk.
I'm sorry.
Did somebody have that for sale at the National? That Christie, that
one?
stand-up Mathewson piece?
Oh, the die cut?
Yeah.
No, Mile High was there, and they're showing it off.
Oh,
Okay.
preview, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I went by there every day, and I recorded that card because that's on my list. But I mean, it's already at like a little over $2,000, and it's going to go up even further. It's 7 days left on that auction.
Right. Where do you think it'll end up at, roughly?
I can't remember how much it went last time. It's an authentic, but I mean, there's just really so little of them. I want to say that's like less than 5 been graded, but
What year is it?
it's the 1910 E125 American Caramel die cut.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a hell of a card. I mean, it's one of those that like I would kill to have, but I mean, it's just not. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's just, I know it's just, I'm not gonna go out of my way and spend like $5-6 grand on something like that.
Right.
At least not right now.
Never say never.
I'm curious now, like how much that card went for at one point, but because I have VCP, so I can look that up. American.
Have you guys done a topic on that one? Like about like I hate comps, right? But like, have you guys looked? But do you guys check that for every card you buy, or sometimes you just kind of buy it because you like it and you want to just get it,
What's that? VCP?
or any kind of comp? I guess comp or comparable, whatever that word is.
I use 130 point when I'm getting ready to buy something because I'm not buying oddball stuff. I just wanted to say oddball stuff. Most of the stuff I'm buying is still pretty common stuff, so I can just go to 130 point and look at what they've sold for recently, and then I'm not even on VCP. So,
you know what? I actually underestimated that die cut. I guess last time it must be the same one. I'm trying to compare the numbers.
Third number, yeah.
It's the exact same one, and it sold last year with Mile High for $2,700, a little over $2,700. I think with VCP they apply the premium to the final price. So everything.
They do. Yeah, they add the 20% buyer's premium or whatever. Yeah.
So
that makes sense,
yeah.
actually.
So I mean, but then you go to 2022, that same card sold for like $6,200. Same as that card, just a year, like December 2022 versus June 2023.
Oh, the market's crashing. The hobby's dead.
Yeah.
Proof. The hobby's dead.
It's
Yeah,
just so
the
strange
hobby is not
that
dying.
exact card kept coming back to Mile High. That's kind of weird. Like you'd sell it 1 year
Right.
later, and they'd still have it. You almost wonder if like somebody didn't. They won the bid but didn't pay. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
it's strange. You'd buy a card, have a card for a year, and then give it right back to the same auction house again.
Orlando's right about this card, the Matty Rose postcard. I mean, that one is gonna go. That one's even gonna go. It's gonna go through the roof. That one is so rare. It's got to be up there in price on memory lane.
Doesn't he have a W600 though? That big portrait one.
He does, and I think Golden has that one or something.
That's the one. If money wasn't option, I'd buy the whole set of those. I'd love those cards.
There's a lot of good stuff, man, going around right now. Memory lane, like too many auctions, too many temptations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that Brockelman too because no one usually goes there. So
Yeah.
Which one?
I've got a couple of bids in at that Brockelman's too.
I got bids in everywhere.
I know.
That's bad.
They're
I've
at Mile
never
High did have a lot of bazooka panels, which I was surprised.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I'm trying to get there's 30 cards /boxes /panels. I think I got 12. I need 18 more
Okay.
for Aaron. I got some work to do. And Spawn, I'm like halfway there.
I have yet to purchase a card off of an auction house.
Don't do it because once you do it, you won't stop.
I know. And what I'm looking at is not very expensive, so I'd be bottom feeding at the auction house, snacking it up.
You need to blacklist all those websites so they just just rip it off like a Band-Aid, and so that when you try to access the page, it just goes nowhere.
Sammy, one thing I was going to ask you, because you also do more than one person. How do you balance like what you're looking for at any given time? I know you kind of go through streaks, which is what I kind of do too, right?
Yeah.
Do you try to have like a plan of who you're going to go after for like the next quarter or month, or how do you do it?
No, I mean, not really. I mean, I guess I sort of do. It just really depends on what the shows have to offer, because I mostly buy at shows.
Person? Yeah.
Yeah, I just prefer that. So lately it's been Seaver. Prior to that was Mathewson. Prior to that was Mays. So
Ryan's coming around then, right?
Yeah.
there's really, I mean, the only Ryan that I want at this point are the team packs, the photo packs that they issued in 68 and 69, but those are just nearly impossible to find. You just don't see them.
Did they make a 69 OPG for Ryan, or I don't know if they did or not.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Do you have most of his base run, Sammy?
Not really. I mean, I only keep the Mets stuff, and the only I have such a weird mindset about collecting his stuff, because I mean, I've had his 1970 tops, I've had his 71 tops with the Mets, but really I kind of stopped myself at 69. So like, the 69 card up there, I kept that one. I have his 68 somewhere up there, somewhere around 68, and then but now I'm trying to find those team photo pack ones. Those are cool.
I love the 69 and 70. Those are my two favorite Ryan cards. Are 69 and 70.
The follow through on 69 is awesome.
Yeah.
But I mean, the way I see it though is like, if I want to, at some point down the road, if I want to get a 1970 or a 71 Nolan Ryan, I mean, I can get it tomorrow if I wanted to.
Right.
But I can't get those photo pack ones. I search on eBay all the time. No one, they're never available.
Sure.
Oh, on your Seaver, I meant to ask you, the 67 you have, right?
The rookie or which
the postcard, is that
yeah,
is there a name on the back? Is it team issued, or is it B&E, or who made that one?
So this is a team issued team issued postcard.
Because Spahn has a 65 and it's from a company called B&E. I didn't know if that was what that is. If you heard of that or not.
You know what? It might be B&E actually. You might be right. I think that is the
sponsor maybe or whatever, right? The corporate.
Yeah, they did these postcards, but because the Mets, I think other teams did it too. They had their own issued sets. So like I showed recently the set that I bought, the 71 set, photo pack set. And it has a little it comes with an envelope with the team, and in this case it has Mr. Met on it, and then inside is a very thin pieces, like I don't know what I mean. Jason, you're the expert when it comes to paper. It's kind of it's got like a rough finish on it, but it's very thin, and
so it's almost like a newspaper stock, or
sort of like that. Yeah, it's a little bit, but yeah, those team issued sets. I mean, that's kind of stuff you find at like garage sales and estate sales, because they get overlooked.
Right.
So, yep. But for now, let's see. The next thing on my mind, the Philly show. Oh, I had something in mind that I wanted to get, but yeah, we'll see.
Are you going to the Philly show?
Hopefully, I'm gonna go on Friday. Hopefully, because that's the only day I can go. But that is that's outside of the National, and I guess Strongsville too. That is my favorite show to go to. I love the layout of that show.
Sure.
But yeah, pretty much. The only Mays card I'm looking for now is the Home Run Derby one. But I'm seeing what they're going for on Probst, like on the Probstein auctions on eBay. They're selling for like $5-6 grand. It's insane.
Wow.
Well, there's a hike on those too if it's Probstein.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, listen, man. I got the Coca-Cola card. That was finding that. Honestly, that's tough to me. This is tougher to find than the Home Run Derby cards, in my opinion.
It is tougher. The Home Run Derbies are out there. It's just the price point. It's just terrible.
And also finding that Laughlin Super Stand-Up was luck.
Yeah, I've never even seen an Aaron come up, right? So
they never come up. Right now, you can get a Babe Ruth, I think a Babe Ruth and a Lou Gehrig on eBay. But yeah, that And I mean, the Chesterfield advertisement was really just an add-on at this point. It wasn't.
What are
I
the
mean,
Ruth and Garricks going for, Sammy? Roughly.
The Ruth is. They're asking about $1,000 for the Ruth.
That's not bad.
No, and the Garrick I think is probably the same price.
Okay.
They had, and Jason, I know you like the Cardinals. They have a stand as well.
I know. They've also got they did a flat stand much later, like 20 years ago, and it kind of looks like those, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
You can get one for like $40, so that's what I look at. So I'm like, that's in my
wheelhouse. Let me bring this up if you guys don't mind me sharing this.
No, go ahead.
This is somebody did a dedicated website for Bob Laughlin, and so you got Mickey Mantle, which is probably the most expensive one out of all of them. You got Roberto Clemente. Let's see if I can open these up. Oh, there's Mickey.
Oh, that's cool.
And so the idea is, on the back, you have his autograph as well. There's Ted.
That's cool. I like that.
Mm-hmm. DiMaggio. There's the Willie Mays. This one has a pinhole, which is perfect for Mookie.
Looks like the back is flipping up. There's
Hank Aaron looks phenomenal. I love the fact that he used the '70s jersey for that.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then this one was for Greg apparently. There's Babe.
Yeah, because these were like someone had to almost order these online, right? These were order these over the phone or whatever.
No, so this is going back to the '70s, and so Laughlin. My understanding is he distributed these himself, but I guess you can order over the phone. But he also sold these out of a card shop in Cooperstown called Baseball Nostalgia, which was sadly not there anymore. But because the owner wanted to retire, so I've been to that shop. It was a great shop, and but he had a bunch of Laughlin super stand-ups get sold out of that place, and I reached out to the owner because I got a chance to know him, and I said, "Hey, do you have the Tom Seaver one?" And he goes, "No, not anymore." The Seaver is tougher to find than the Mays or any of these other big names.
What's the musical go for, Sammy? Roughly, I mean, I'm not going to hold you to it.
I don't know. I'd have to check. I think there was one that went on eBay somewhat recently. Let me see if I can find it.
Because that'd be pretty cool. I love the way you frame that.
Yeah, that came out that was a suggestion made by Mookie. He said to go to Michael's to pick up these frames. I guess I was wrong. I thought there was one sold, but I guess I'll take this one down and get a closer look at it.
How fragile are they? They're pretty fragile. I imagine it is.
Yeah, this one sadly had some damage. You could see to the bat. It looks like a little tear there.
Yeah.
So I have to be very careful with it. I mean, on the back, it's you got Bob's autograph, and the guy can't really tell maybe, but he taped it up.
Yeah, but who cares?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So
like they're so unique or kooky or whatever the word is.
Crackpot,
Unusual.
Jamie.
Oddball.
Yeah.
That is one oddball looking card.
Oddball.
That's not even a card.
I consider all cards. I consider even the coins cards, right?
Right.
But yeah, that's Dan. I can't find one that was sold. Laughlin stand up.
But even when you bought stuff and you probably should have spent the money. Like I never regret any of those cards. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but because if you can't find them again or you don't see them that often, I always just feel like you gotta take the plunge. Because the only ones I really regret are the ones I didn't buy. Like the 62 Pittsburgh exhibits, Aaron. I should have bought it immediately when I saw it.
Yeah.
What about when you're upgrading, Matt? Do you feel bad that you bought one and now you're upgrading?
Yeah, I do feel a little foolish. I've tried to stop buying unless I get the grade I'm going to look for. So it's hard to resist. That's why I haven't bought the early 50s and late 40s cards, all of them yet, because I know I'm an upgrade, right? So if I just need to wait.
I'm gonna step into the deep end of the pool and actually start to collect the 54 team set of the White Sox because I got 4 or 5 of them from Matt at the National.
Nice.
And I'm like, all right, now I just got to collect the whole team set from 54. So
I might have some more. I got some more of those cards. I didn't bring them all. I brought like that 1 or 2 boxes full of cards. So.
Jeez.
It's only 1 or 2 boxes.
Well, my suitcase is already close to 50 pounds because I took about 2 boxes full of graded cards in there.
Wow.
Sammy, he was handing out cards to everybody. I actually stopped him and said, "Stop doing this. You can make money on it. Sell some of this." See, I don't want to mess with that. Friggin' Dave had a stack about to the ceiling, and I'm flipping through a stack. I'm like, I want that Eddie Matthews, and I'm like, give me that one. So.
Well, guys, I don't mean to cut this short, but I have to wake up somewhat early tomorrow, so
No, that's perfect.
give them about a little over 2 hours, which I think was definitely a good showing.
How many still hung around? Where are we at? I don't even know.
Like 5. Football's happening.
26 people are watching right now.
Oh, thanks for staying with us.
Yeah, thank you guys.
We definitely showed a lot of cards at least, right? So that's good.
Oh, that's
Exactly.
what people want, man. They want the showcase showdown.
I know. I want to go on that whenever I finish the Spawn run. I want to go on there just to see what they already did Spawn though. Unfortunately, early. He was one of the early ones.
Sammy, we need to get sponsored by the Penny Sleever too.
I do.
Get sponsored by the Penny Sleever. If
Okay,
Isaac's
we might be able to
watching,
make
hit
that
us
work.
up.
We might be able to make that work.
Right.
All right,
Thanks
guys.
for having
Thank
us
you
on,
so
Sammy.
much.
Thanks, Jason.
Yeah.
No, thank you, guys.
Great to see you as always.
Thank you, everybody, for watching, and we'll catch up with you soon. Have a good night, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.